YouTubes. Alright, hello everybody, welcome to the build stream. I'm your host. Someone. Yeah, I was like, I'm Kelsey, this is Juan, and today we're gonna build this PC. What? And after we build this PC, we're gonna build a second PC.
What?
And after that...
Oh, can you get that please?
What? No.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you. And after that, we're gonna build a third PC.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, hang out. How's it going, everybody? What's up, Eric the Redbeard? Chili Con One, welcome in, welcome in.
Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're having a great Wednesday.
Okay,
Wow, two 4 terabyte drives. Big ballin' over here.
Yeah. Very nice. Hello, the internet. Okay, there we go. I don't know why, whenever I do touch Firefox, it's like, it like hiccups. Interesting. Hello, hello from British Columbia, Canada. Shout out to BCCA, yo yo. I don't know if you guys call it that, but yeah. Shout out to Canada. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, no glasses stream. I know. It's because I feel like when the glasses are on, I've luckily now I'm middle parting, so I don't look like Jeffrey Dahmer anymore. But now I look like Will Friedle. I can't get over it. So I'm trying to do like, you know, Natasha Richardson in The Parent Trap. When she's like, yeah, Vicky, take the kids camping. You're gonna have a fun time with that. She knows what's gonna happen. I've been reunited with this water bottle. You guys have no idea. The last stream I was on, I left this here in this building, and I've only just today gotten it back. I'm so happy.
Oh my god.
I have no idea how to drink water without a water bottle.
So you have not drank water in 5 days?
I have, but I use a cup, and then I'm like, where's the cup? Where'd I put it? And then it'll be next to another cup, and I'm like, which cup was mine? But like, yeah, it's a whole thing. And then, like, when I'm at the other place, I'm like, well, there's no cups. What do I do? Just, like, cup my little hands like this under the sink and just be like, yeah. Hey, this is my PC. Thank you so much for building it. You are very welcome. Welcome in, welcome in. Check it out. I like the look. Thanks. I used to actually never wear glasses, and then I had to. Well, I didn't really had to. It helped me with work. And then I just started wearing them all the time because I would get headaches sometimes going between the two. But I actually see quite well without them. But computer screens can give me a little headache without them. Hey, I got a question. Do you know how much it would cost to send the PC back for the PC replacement parts under the warranty? If you're under warranty, and you have like... Yeah, if you're under the warranty and you need to send it back for repair or anything like that, contact customer service. They will give you a shipping label. You don't have to pay anything. Just be careful with how you repack it, obviously, because if any damage happens to it in shipping, you might be liable for that. Yes. But if you've got the original like packing, like stuff and all that in box, you should be totally fine. But yeah, we don't charge you to send it to us if it's got a problem, because that's on us. This way, MasterAir. I just like... Dude, I remember when I was a kid and the, like, zoo sent me, like a letter, like, oh, you could get a like, membership, but they addressed it to, like, my brother as, like, master, and then, like, us as, like, madam, and I was like, what?
What?
But, like, 8-year-old me feeling really fancy, you know?
What kind of zoo?
Well, this is the San Diego Zoo.
Oh,
the best
right.
zoo.
Well, obviously, what other zoo? It's crazy. Imagine if fish had their own zoo.
The aquarium? Dude, actually, though, if you were like, hey, we can go to the zoo today or the aquarium, I think I'd actually pick the aquarium. Like... magical. Like, let me sit in one of those rooms where, like, the whole wall is the fish, and, like, yeah.
But the whales.
The whales at the aquarium.
The whales. Or something, right?
Yeah. There's some cool stuff in the ocean, especially when you go by like the little displays where it's like just a little circle and it's like a tiny little ecosystem and you poke in, there's like an eel or something, and you're like, oh, this is so cool. The only thing I'm missing is the foam, but my PC was having either a CMOS problem or RAM sticks, but I was told my best option is to send it back and get a replacement for the part. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, contact our customer support and they'll send you a label for that. They also might help you kind of like troubleshoot that down, or they might just want to go over that with you, but yeah. Man, it was way too hot this weekend to go look at birds. Like outside, not like in a store. I don't have bird money right now.
A bird?
I got to go look at them in the wild, but it was really bumming me out. I was like, oh man. And then I'm looking at the temperature this weekend, and I'm like, no bird watching this weekend either. Lame. Okay, thank you so much. I haven't been able to call you guys for a while because of my phone. Oh, totally understandable. I think you can also reach out to us through email, through customer service. I might be able to correspond that way. Obviously, that one's a lot less, like, immediate.
We also have live chat.
And live chat, yeah.
There's real folks behind that screen. So
Yes. It's usually Ryan. Is CPU a bit overkill compared to GPU, or am I dumb? No, not necessarily. I mean, like, yeah, this is a fantastic CPU. And you gotta remember, too, CPUs are much cheaper than GPUs. So, going all out isn't really that much more. And 4070 Ti Super is a fantastically high-end GPU. So, I think that they're pretty well matched, especially if you're planning on doing, like, a lot of processor-heavy games. Think, City Skylines. What else is, like, freaking Crusader Kings? I'm just thinking of my own game library right now. Things that require a lot of processing power.
Think about the games I like to play.
Mm-hmm. Console's gonna be a workstation. Yeah, there you go, exactly. And you want a really good processor for doing any kind of productivity work. First time here, I just want to give a shout out to Nelson, the Skytech Sport guy. He's the man. Oh, heck yeah! Shout out to Nelson!
Shout out to
Woo!
Nelson.
We'll let him know after this. They're on the other side of the wall. But yeah, we got some good guys in CS, that's for sure. This is like actually pretty good music. I'm like, who made this? And it was just like DMCA free. Just
I
nice
hope
jams.
so. It doesn't sound DMCA free.
I know, but it said it, so you know.
We're gonna get a fat ass bill next week from Universal.
Trying to not look like Will Friedel. Okay. I swear, like, tell me, Corey? Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Hi, hello, Soul Sniper. How are you? How do you do? Oh yeah, I might adopt a pigeon.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Just like one that you see, or a specific
No,
one?
I haven't followed this rescue. I know you don't remember me. I remember you, or at least I remember your username. Yo, what's up, Alex Gaming?
Yo.
Yeah, I had known about this pigeon rescue for a while, but then like it found me on TikTok somehow.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, man, why they get me with the TikToks, being like.
Okay, I see. And they have like an inventory of pigeons?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, they got like 600 pigeons.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And need to be rescued just to go hang out with you in your home.
What is that pigeon that needs to be rescued?
Ones that were hurt or the part of pigeon racing. Yeah. Actually, did you know that every pigeon is like domesticated?
You've mentioned
They're
this
basically
before?
just like dogs, but like just out in the world being like, I don't know what to do, man.
Damn.
So yeah.
Yeah, they used to be pets, right?
Mhm. Yeah. I just feel like I could really rock a pigeon.
Hell yeah, that's what you need in life. That's what all young women need in their life.
Ride a pigeon.
A pigeon.
I'm the one from South Africa. Okay, but like actually I did see one girl who adopted from there and she had like a whole harness for the dude and he was just like on her shoulder and I was like, that's really a vibe.
Oh, right, because they can't fly, no?
No, they can fly.
Oh, they can fly, okay. They're just like there?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Bird stuff.
Like hang out?
Yeah, they're actually like, they really want to hang out with you a lot.
Oh, okay. They don't got like a job or something?
Nah. Hello, Minty, how are you?
Yo.
Always makes me think of like in The Sims 2 when like your pet could get a job. Like a car would come to pick your cat up for work so he could go work as an actor, like
What?
yeah. Or like a police dog, you know, you can do
my
that. And, yeah, every time I'd look at my cat and just be like,
Get a job.
where's the money? Come on, rent. I really love how this cooler has like the screws on the top, so you don't have to take the like.
Right? You're not
You have to
gonna.
take the whole thing apart. Some of those can be really annoying.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, the install on this is nice and simple.
Yeah, that's like actually a metric I use when testing any like 2-tower like cooler. It's just like how much of a pain in the butt is it to install and uninstall? Because I got to bench on a bunch of different chips, you know. So it's like I'll know.
Yeah, you'll find out. Okay, this one feels like a F-150 commercial song. Like getting materials to build a house, ass music.
At the Home Depot. Yeah. Fort of Ontario. We can take you further and farther. At our 4th of July sale. Yeah. Dude, why did I walk into Home Depot this weekend being like, okay, I'm ready to get Halloween decorations. Like, October is upon us. Like, yo. And I walked in and it was all Christmas.
Oh,
I was like, I missed it.
That sucks.
How did I miss Halloween a month
Bro.
before the holiday?
Yeah, what the fuck? What the hell?
Yeah. And I was excited for Christmas, but like seeing that, I was like, nah, man. All the retail hate is coming back. I'm like, I was stoked for Christmas, but I'm already like, no.
Oh, this shit 2 months
It's
early?
September.
Yeah, it's October, but yeah.
Well, no, it was September when I was there, and I was
September
like,
29th?
yeah, basically.
But yeah, it's like, what the hell is that doing outside in September?
Like, if the tree lot isn't outside, the decoration shouldn't be inside.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, September felt like it had somewhere to be. Came and went so
Yeah.
fast.
Remember that 1 week of cool weather we got? That was everything, man.
Ooh, it's 5 minutes. For this movie.
Oh, God.
Yeah, 5 minutes. I'm clocking out in 5 minutes. Good luck with all this.
I would just have to call Handy here and just be like, yeah.
What is Andy gonna do?
I don't know, but then I'm off at 4:30, so.
You're just gonna stall until 4:30?
this is a really nice case.
Yeah.
Especially if it's also going to be a workstation, this is a really good pick. You guys good? Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
Look at this lovely case. I just can't get over the Bequiets. They're just so quality.
Yeah, definitely.
How was the weekend? Oh man, I heard he's pretty good in concert.
Oh my god.
Okay. These are good specs to play Roblox? I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Weekend was pretty good. What did I do? Hold on, thinking about it. Oh, you know what? I got the new World of Warcraft expansion, and that's all I've been playing, so... I had a day of playing Warcraft and doing nothing else. Until it was like sunset time, and I was like, you know what, we should take the dog on a big walk. So we took the dog on a big walk, and it was really lovely. But, yeah, mostly World of Warcraft. And it's been tedious, man. I just decided, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do every single quest in every area. So I'm only in the second area, and I'm already level 78. How's the expansion? Haven't played since Legion. It's pretty good. I won't lie. I like Dragonflight a lot. I thought that the world was pretty fun in that one. This one is, I don't know, it follows some of the things that I like from Dragonflight, and also does some new stuff that's pretty cool. The Delves is a really cool thing that they've added, so like you can actually do endgame content now, or just like you can get endgame gear doing solo stuff now, which is pretty cool. Or you can do a delve with just you and one other person. So it's usually me and my fiance who play. It's like totally perfect for that. Like, I'm too old to get into like a group of like randos who are gonna kick you if you like, you know, didn't heal correctly one time or something like that. Like, I ain't got the time for that. So the delves are really nice for that. And I mean, like, I've only unlocked like 3 of them so far, and they're all like, you know, not the most visually cool, not the greatest story-wise, as, like, some dungeons are. But that was pretty cool. And even some of the dungeons, like, there's a dungeon you have to do for the storyline, and they made it to where, like, you can just do it, and it'll fill with NPCs. And that was kind of nice, because if you're not someone who likes to do a lot of grouping, which, as I'm getting older, I'm like, I don't want to deal with randos as much, is kind of nice if you just want to get the story and you want to do the content. But, yeah, no, it's pretty good. I don't like the armor, though. The, like, armor for this area, at least for the warrior, I'm just like... It's probably my least favorite design of the last, like, 4 expansion packs. Rando Roulette, yeah. Hello, old Rando. Want to join my guild of olds? Yeah. You know what, though? Warcraft has never changed in that. Like, you'll just be standing somewhere and you'll get a guild invite and nobody even, like, whisper to you. Sometimes they whisper to you if they're, like, if they care. But usually it's just, like, random guild invite and, like... I haven't had a guild in forever, so I get them a lot. People really just be like, here, I don't know who you are. Join the guild. Hello, XR. Hi, Randy. I don't care if your name's Josh. It's Randy. Playing Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Oh, cool. How is that? Is that good? I was pretty stoked for that, too. I gotta, like, get some more money in my pocket before I can grab that one. Because I also have to make sure I have money for when Dragon Age comes out. Because that is the game where I'm dropping all games for until I finish that.
What color do you remember yours being? only one of these.
Okay, I think this is probably that, because that one looks like peanut butter. Ask... Wait, what did you get?
Strawberry. I know what color mine is.
Okay, is that one Handy's?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah, if you get like a peanut butter one, that's probably what.
Let me actually see what this strawberry.
Yeah, I won't drink it yet. That's red as hell. Yeah. No,
He did get the peanut butter chocolate. So
that's
yeah,
probably him. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I played Warcraft since vanilla, way back when. I had no idea what I was doing, but nobody really did, so you could kind of get away with just being like, oh yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun, I'm doing random dungeons. People would do the whole dungeon, like you would get all of the like mini bosses also, and it was fun. It would take a couple hours to do that, I remember, but that was like how I'd spend Friday and Saturday nights. But yeah, game's still fun in my opinion. If you like the questing kind of grind loop, and they make quests a lot more like varied now, so you know you're not doing the same thing over and over again. It's not just kill quests. But yeah, if you like the way the class plays, it's fun. So Kelsey, did I tell you before they couldn't buy custom build? No, you did not. Like it's a bit of a learning curve at first. Yeah, just because of the gameplay. Are you guys streaming on a Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Cause it okay. Cause like honestly, I thought it was.
What the hell?
No, I was at work yesterday and I really thought it was Monday, man. Like I forgot what happened on Monday, cause nothing happened on Monday. 3 more months until cookie season. Hey, what's up, Seneca?
Yo, what up, Nero?
Classic had long and winding dungeons with 8+ bosses. Yeah,
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Like, you had to, like, really plan for a day, which sucked, because, like, I was kind of, you know, a teenager at the time, so my days were sometimes just planned around what my parents had done, so I'd get into a dungeon, and we'd be halfway through, and they'd be like, come on, we gotta go, we're going to your grandma's or something, and I'm like, I'm doing Raise a Friend Crawl, and they're like, what does that mean? Buying a pre-built from you guys. Oh, nice. We got really good pre-builds. It's a gameplay. You have to find different creative ways to get around in Zelda. So kind of more puzzly. That can be fun. I tend to like Legend of Zelda, like how they kind of approach puzzles. But there are some games, like in Warcraft, to open one of the chests, it was like, oh, it's like a pipe thing. You know, you have to like move all the tiles and all, and it was huge. And I just looked at it and I was like, yeah, no, this chest can just rot. I don't care. Flew off. I was like, nah. Gonna bake cookies tomorrow. Ooh, nice. What kind of cookies? Used to be a pally tank in vanilla, which is to say I was an off-healer for whoever was bound to take aggro from my squishy self. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that paladins became, like, truly viable tanks until Burning Crusade, right? Or, like, they didn't have a taunt, I think. That was the issue for a while. Yeah, my first main was a warlock that I didn't take too far, like, to level 40-ish. And then I had a warrior, and I've just played a warrior ever since. Took a long time. Wrath was like the big tank time for them, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Wrath did a pretty good job of making everything pretty viable. It's OLED Vision, and it has an i7 14700K, RTX 4080 Super, 32GB and 5600 MHz of RAM, 1000 watt gold PSU, 2TB storage. Yeah. Has 360mm. Oh, very nice. Rate it 1 to 10. 9, definitely. I can literally never plan a free day or free days because they get filled immediately by my parents. I'm like, finally a free day. My parents, how about we go to some place I hate? For real. I will say though, now that I'm an adult, sometimes I like kind of just wish people would like, I don't know, pull me away to things. Because like sometimes you end up at places and you're having just like this really introspective moment, or like something's really beautiful, or you're having a conversation with someone that you normally wouldn't, and you're just like, huh. And you don't realize that like that only kind of happens because you get dragged places, but like when you're an adult, it's like, oh, if I want to have an experience like that, I have to go drag myself to places and like know people and be outgoing and get invited to stuff. Oof.
You could try getting kidnapped.
No. It's like on the bottom of my list of things I want to do.
So you don't want to get dragged away like that.
No. Also, you guys always include an RGB controller in your pre-builds because I'm going to install strimmer cables. Oh.
Yes.
No, we do not. Wait, RGB controller?
What
Not
the fans
always.
we're using right now, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yes. Hello, fellow kids. I'm going to build you a PC. Please tell your parents you really, really want one and buy from me. Yeah. How's it going to a place? Let's go. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm driving, get in. Yeah, you know, like, exactly. Like, sometimes I just want to be in the car being like, where are we going? And, like, I don't even know where I am once I'm there, but I'm just like, yeah. You know where
You're not making the anti-kidnap case very strong.
No. You know what I mean, though? Because, like, have you ever, like...
I'm not sure if I do.
Okay. Well, you know, when you were a kid or, like, a teenager, and, like, yeah, you would just be,
Yeah,
like,
your
it was, like,
parents
get in the
drag you
car,
around.
and, like, yeah, you went to a whole-ass place, but you're like, I don't even know where that was now, like... There's places I go now where I'm like, wait, I've been here before, what? If it's an OLED vision, then I might as well make it aesthetic as possible because of the 3 glass panels, yeah. I remember getting dragged to cemeteries because I was dumb and liked this girl. That's a whole different kind of just getting dragged places, yeah.
That's funny.
It's okay. I once watched the extended version of The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, which I like that movie, but the extended one is too long.
How long is it?
It's so long and like very unnecessary for some of the stuff. And if you really like Lord of the Rings, I'm sure it's very, very cool. And this girl really did like that, so I was watching it. But like even she got bored, and I was like, "This was your pick."
11 hours. Oh, 3 movies. Okay. Well, damn. Still. Though.
Yeah. Going to Walmart was my vacation as a kid. But yeah. It do be like that sometimes. Dang, who was dragging you to cemeteries, though? I'm like, who is this girl? I feel like I need to know her. I'm like, what are you doing? Thank you for the smoothie one.
Yeah, no problem.
It's to celebrate my low A1C.
Alright.
I had a bunch of blood work done, and my blood is all very good. So I'm like, hey, back on the sugar.
I know mine is not. I'm just gonna...
I mean, it could be better than you think. Could be worse than you think. But it could be better than you think.
It could be either or. Honestly, it could be
Yeah.
either or.
Hello, hello. Pope Chris, how are you? Gonna upgrade my GPU to the RTX 50 series in like 4 or 6 years. Okay, heck yeah. A very cute goth girl. We didn't hook up because we had different views on life. That and she was into other stuff that scared me. Yeah, I feel like the cemeteries was like tip of the iceberg. Like RTX 5080 Super. Also, my dad is really bad in giving notice for long activities and says, it'll take 5 minutes, 5 hours later. Hey, yo. Hey, what's up, Riverbank Grown? How are you?
Yo, what up?
Yeah, I'm not proud of this, but one time when I was a teenager, my dad was like, hey, we're gonna get in the car. And I thought, like, okay, we're gonna go to, like, Fry's or whatever, or something like that. No, he drove all the way down to San Diego, like, proper. Which is like a 45-minute drive. Because he was like, there's this exhibit on Star Trek that we should see. And I was so mad that he had tricked us into doing this that I was like, I'm not getting out of the car. And homie had to get back in the car and drive back home. We did not see the exhibit. And now looking back on that, I'm like, wow, that was such a shitty thing for me to do. But I was just so mad at the deception that I was like, no, you can't get away with this.
You're not gonna get away.
But yeah, now it's like one of my biggest regrets because I was like, I actually do love a museum. Like,
They didn't just leave you in there?
no.
Yeah, you know, the 90s were a different time and whatnot.
This was like 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad, just relax while the little ones nap. Oh, very nice. Bunch young weapons on her ceiling on top of her bed, like swords, battle axes. Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah. I was like, is that a threat? Like, when you're in there, like, just know at any moment I could just be like. Yesterday I ran 70% the speed of the world's fastest run. I feel like that's good, but like also like. Yeah. How y'all doing? We're good, we're good. I mean, I have swords, just don't hang them above your bed. Those could kill you. Oh yeah, especially in California where there's earthquakes.
Oh, right.
Right? Yeah. You don't want to put anything like that over your bed.
Did you guys feel it in there yesterday?
Yeah, dude, it was like one just big like boom.
Did you think like a trailer hit the building?
No, I knew it was an earthquake, but I was like, man, that was like the briefest earthquake. Yeah, we had an earthquake that was very close to our warehouse yesterday. It was pretty weak. It was like a 3.9, but it was so close, so it was just like one.
It was loud.
Yeah, one big like vroom, like a big vibration, just like really quickly. I got good news though on 5500 away from getting my food truck. Hey!
Hell
heck
yeah, dude.
I know you've been talking about that for a while, so I'm stoked. Oh, that's gonna be cool. Honestly, like, food trucks do pretty good business these days. My old boss had a brother who has a brother. Who has a food truck, and yeah, he makes good money doing that. I got a full day task I want to do for a few weeks now, but can't. Rip. She thought it looked cool. I asked her if she ever did anything on the bed. She said no. Well, I found out several years later one of her guys almost got cut by an axe as it fell from the ceiling. Oh my gosh!
Woo! Damn, what a way to go.
Right? 3.1 is weak? Yeah. 3.1 is pretty weak. At least here. You gotta remember, all of our infrastructure's, like, built for earthquakes, so we probably don't feel it or have really any of the effects that maybe a 3.1 would do somewhere else in the world.
I'm still thinking about that axe.
Yeah.
You know, it wouldn't be the worst way to go.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely worse ways to go. Like, mauled by, like, a mountain lion. That would
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
I think about that every time I go hiking. I'm like, this is cool. Is it worth it, though, for the slight chance That I could be being stalked by a mountain lion and I wouldn't even know it.
You gotta hit the gym, though.
Like,
You gotta bulk up.
like I'm gonna just be able to be like, pfft,
Yeah,
and
dude.
it's gonna be like, dang, okay.
Well, not right now. You can't, but you gotta
Oh,
put in the
man.
work, of course.
No person could like fight off a mountain lion if it really wanted you.
I mean, not with that attitude.
It's like the survey where they surveyed like Americans and then like the rest of the world on like, what do you think you could fight? And Americans were like overtly like, yeah, I could fight a gorilla. Yeah, like, yeah, I could fight a bear. Something about our culture is just like, yeah, I could fight any animal. Barehanded? Yeah, that's rough. What, I think the air cooler is about to fall off even though it's screwed up? I don't know, but it's definitely secure. Those are barely feelable. I think the only reason we did is we were right on top of it. The apparent magnitude was something like 4.1. Earthquake's one of the worst ways to go. I mean, yeah, if it gets you, but not as many fatalities with like earthquakes. If again, it's in a place where it's like well reinforced. But yeah, big earthquakes in places where they are not like ready for earthquakes, very scary. I've really been grinding on getting the money. Tired of the current job I'm at, so it's toxic here. Everyone fights and I get on a day off every week, so not time to spend with my kids and wife. Yeah, totally understandable.
I don't mind cougars. Oh, different topic. I see where you're going with that. I see your game.
I feel that though. There's something nice though about the idea of like the food truck, because yeah, you kind of get to be your own boss and like decide your own schedule. It's really nice to have that kind of freedom, flexibility.
Are you scared of cougars when you go hiking?
Yes.
I mean, I guess to say, is there cougars in the area?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know if there was cougars in California.
There's lots. In California, yeah, like everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dude, somebody in, like, my town on the ring was like, hey, bear. And I was like, what do they mean? And then I was on their ring camera, just a bear walking through, like, their yard and, like, in town. And I was like, oh, shoot. Like, I know they get bears up on the mountain, but I was like, oh, all the way in town.
Damn.
But yeah, no, like, mountain lions everywhere, man. One of the camping spots I used to go to all the time, San Juan Capistrano, just in Orange County, it's not far off there. They have like a ton of like mountain lion warnings and such,
dang.
because I think there was one that like literally got into the bathroom, and yeah, somebody died.
Damn.
Yeah, or at least that's what they told me.
No, cougars though. I feel like, I don't know, unlike other men, I think I can appreciate a nice cougar.
Thinking about upgrading my case from Deep Cool 36 liter to Johnsbow Z20 piece case 20 liter. You know, I haven't actually tested any of the Johnsbow myself. Like, they haven't come across my desk in R&D. But my old boss did get one of them, and he liked it a lot. So I think Johnsbows are definitely worth looking into. Obviously, just make sure that all your components currently fit in there, and yeah, that would be no issue. Well, the food truck we are getting as a porch, so we are going to turn it into a playroom for my kids while we work. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I always had the idea. I used to work in the comics and collectible trade for about 8 years. I worked at a comic shop, right? And I figured, because there's no really way to go up in that, I figured eventually I would just open my own store. And I liked the idea of that because I felt like, you know, I could have a family and it could just be like the family store kind of, you know, like got the kiddo in the little playpen, you know, behind the counter there, and still able to watch them while counting stuff out. It's nice to have that. I have that GPU and CPU combo in my PC. Very nice. That's a good choice. Okay, back to Twitch. How many cores does the i7 14700K have? Oh, you did? Thank you. I think there was an earthquake in 1300 something that was about 5.7 estimated. It destroyed churches, castles, etc. Yeah. Yeah, in a place like Europe, because you guys get so many like old buildings made out of stone or something. I don't really know. But like I could see that being really bad. And a 5.7 is not a weak earthquake. It's not the big one, but even in California in the 94, we had the Northridge earthquake, which was, I think, a 7.1 or like a 6 point something. And that would happen at like 2 in the morning. And even with a lot of our, like, you know, safeguards and all that, again, they've gotten better since then. This was 94, though. There was a lot of destruction. Highway bridges, like, collapsed. That was probably the worst one we had here. So, though, I've always wanted to do that, like a card shop and a vape and munchies. Yeah, I had this concept for a while. I wanted to call it the garage, because I wanted it to feel like you were walking into, like, your buddy's garage in the 90s, you know, where they had, like, the couch and the N64 and, like, X-Men posters on the wall. Sports memorabilia. And that was going to kind of be the thing. It was, like, cards, games, comic books, nerd, you know, cool stuff like that. Maybe, like, little cafe kind of vibe. But, yeah. I don't know. It's never, like, off the table, but I learned a lot about comic books, and that is not a money-making business, really. And you got to be okay with the fact that, like, you are going to be buying things from people that they thought they would retire on, and it's very heartbreaking when it's like, yeah, none of this is worth anything, I'm very sorry. And then you're also buying it for cheap. Hiking with a group is a great way to avoid cougars. Not only are they less likely to approach you, but you can ditch your least fave friend. It's true. So avoid the golden corral. It is their natural habitat.
Yes, which golden corrals do you mean? Just to know exactly how to avoid.
See, I would think like a paint and sip, but yeah.
No, this is I'm not classy enough for this.
I know I can't fight a gorilla, but can The Rock fight a 600-foot gorilla? No, The Rock would be the pebble, and he would get thrown.
The pebble.
7.1 is about 100 times more intense than a 5.7, yeah. Which is when we talk about the big one, and it's like, well, you look at Northridge, it's like, well, the big one, even though it would only be like a couple more points over than that, is very big. But if you ever hear about the big one and you worry about that, keep in mind, there's an even bigger one in Seattle.
Huh?
Yeah, like they're actually overdue for a much bigger earthquake than we even are. There's a fault line in Seattle.
Oh,
yeah. And I don't know what their, like, earthquake, you know, proofing stuff is.
Damn.
Northridge was 6.7, yeah.
Is
Something
the
like
whole,
that
like,
there.
West Coast gonna break off into the ocean?
No.
Just
But
California?
if, like, I don't know, I got this book, and it was really cool. It was, like, all about California, and it was, like, showing, like, their different, like, time periods, what it looked like. And it's really wild, because, yeah, basically the plates are moving, like, this way, so, like, one is going up and one is going down, and they're basically grinding against each other.
Yeah.
And that's the San Andreas, is one of them. There's another fault that's doing the same thing up north, but, yeah, it's stuff like that.
Damn.
And, like, when you look at mountain ranges, they were formed by the tectonic
Oh, yeah,
plates.
yeah. They're, like,
So,
pushing
like,
through
you
each other.
know, I don't know how quickly a mountain range pops up, but hopefully not, you know, under our feet.
Maybe for the plot.
For the plot.
You never do stuff.
I mean,
just-
somebody had to be there for it, and they were like, whoa, what the heck? Yeah. One of the worst parts about it is it lasted for 8 seconds. 6.7 over 8 seconds is a lot of ground acceleration, yeah. Ugh. How big was the gorilla in the Rampage movie with The Rock? I don't know. I didn't
That's
see
what
that
I was
movie,
thinking, yeah.
despite playing the heck out of that game as a kid. I have no idea what the Golden Corral is. I only heard that it's an old people place. It's a buffet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you haven't yet, smash that like and subscribe button. With that sick sounding, you should start small, like on whatnot. I saw telecomics on there. Yeah, no, that's a good point. A lot of vintage t-shirts, yeah. I used to want to do, like, basically, like, hey, I will clean out your garage for you if I get to keep what I find. You know, people have, like, collectibles that it's just like, I don't know what this is. You know, take it. You get a lot of crap that way, but a couple things that could sell for some good money. Dude, Rampage was, like, the game to rent from Blockbuster. Yeah. I had it because I would trade our N64 for the neighbor's PlayStation for, like, a week at a time sometimes. And they had that game, and oh man, that was fun. Ah yes, that gorilla was a friend, though. Especially for that one lady at the end. They don't need earthquake-proof because their big one is so big that nothing will help. I mean, yeah, that's definitely an approach. I'm hanging out waiting for my build. Is there a way to see the order / who? Let's see where you are in the order. Alright, Drak. Well, we have you up 3rd, but if you are here and Santo isn't, I can move you up to the next slot. If that works for you. The last big one in Seattle destroyed several Japanese cities via tsunami, yeah. That's the other thing about it. Earthquakes do cause tsunamis elsewhere. Just by lot sales, yeah, that's a good point. I have a question, shoot. That sounds good, thanks. You're very welcome. Why cry, Silverado Sunshine?
Hey, what's up, man?
Unless you're talking about the tsunamis, in which case cry is appropriate.
Yeah, keep crying.
Yeah, keep crying. I don't know why it sounded like you said it that way. The Seattle one is in the ocean, yeah. Yeah, it's just right off the coast there. I will.
I'm just kidding.
I have a question. Is a Xeon processor good for gaming?
No.
No. A, they're very expensive. And B, they mostly focus on having more cores and, like, thus more threads, which is really good for productivity work because it's just able to handle more processes at once. But it doesn't have as good of clock speeds as, like, a retail gaming CPU does. And that's what's kind of more important in gaming. Obviously, you want to have a good amount of, like, you know, cores and threads. But most video games aren't going to be throwing you a ton of, you know, things that your processor is going to have to be running through. So even, like, a 6-core can be really capable in the majority of gaming. And what you want there is just the speed of it, because you want it to go quickly. Not necessarily, you know, you're not necessarily going to be using every thread. Xeons are for when you're going to be using every thread. You are going to be rendering, you're going to be compiling, like, you know, huge amounts of code. You're doing virtualization, you're running, you know, virtual OSs on your own OS and that are running processes. That's the kind of stuff it's good for. Does more RAM make your PC faster? Yes and no. So, to an extent, yes. But only if your computer really needs more RAM. There is a point where you just have a lot of headroom, and that headroom isn't necessarily getting you any better performance. It's just a nice thing to have in case you were ever to fill up your RAM. Now, if you have a lot of RAM, you might not ever fill that up, or there's very rare applications where it might, or like where you're using all of it, in which case, yes, having all of that RAM would make your PC faster because it's not having to slow down. But, for the most part, your RAM speeds are the more important thing as far as how fast your RAM is, and that can be kind of redundant, again, if your RAM is so fast that it's running through all of this, the processes basically, it's holding onto that data and getting rid of it, holding onto it and getting rid of it so fast that it doesn't need all the extra oomph that it's giving. I'm making this so much more complicated than it needs to be. So yes, RAM will make your PC faster, but it has diminishing returns over a certain point. So I would say get what you need. These days, 32 is kind of the new 16s. 32 gigabytes of like DDR5 RAM, really at any speed is going to be very impressive. But is going from 32 up to what, 128 going to get you any faster of a PC? Nah, not really. Unless you were using an application that was just absolutely smacking the crap out of your RAM and filling up that 32 gigabytes. Dang, I got scammed. My old PC was a Skytech, though. It's like, how'd you get scammed? I got 24 gigabytes of RAM on my laptop. Yeah, that's a fantastic amount of RAM. Especially like for gaming too. Like you're never really gonna be hitting that in the top end of that. One is savage. Also, there are islands west of North Africa that collapse and cause giant tsunamis on the east coast. Dang. Yeah, I lived very close to the coast growing up, and when that tsunami hit Japan and you saw it on the news and all that, yeah, we were freaked out for a while about tsunamis because the ocean was just there. But yeah.
What about Sharknadoes?
None of those yet. No. I cry because of tsunamis and destructive natural disasters. Yes. But hi. Xeon are semi-trucks and you want a sports car for gaming? Yeah, that's a really good analogy.
Yeah.
Was that animation on the screen behind you? Are those pigeons? It's a duck, actually.
Yes, actually, it's a duck.
It's been a while since I've been on set. Yeah. Kelsey's in the tech info dump and somehow making it more complicated than it needs to be. Always. You know, I'm going to allow RAM hog to not be censored. It's so funny because the censor catches things that it just makes it so funny because it's like never actually a bad thing, but now I can't not think of it.
What was your favorite?
Pound puppies. Someone just being like, remember pound puppies? And then censor held it back, and that was like so funny to me.
I love when someone said, I'm watching the stream rolling a fatty. Which in itself is not the most innocent statement, but they took fatty as in like the bullying of a, a bigger person. Yeah, called for bullying.
I found another RAM hog of a game. Digital Combat Simulator. It will take all the RAM it can get. People are filling up 192 gigabytes of RAM in that game. Dang. Yeah, that's a great example of like developers needing to get smacked in the face. But yeah, there are definitely things out there that will take all of your RAM, don't get me wrong. And that's a great example of it. My gosh. Juan will build a Sharknado machine once he sells all his cars.
Sharknado.
So never, yeah. The worst part about Sharknado is that they offed Bill Engvall within 5 minutes of the movie. They probably couldn't afford him.
Yeah. I forgot which show I was randomly watching that had James Franco in the first episode, and I was like, oh, this dude's dying somehow.
They can't afford him. Okay, I was thinking of upgrading from 64 3000 megahertz to 96 3200 megahertz. I like to mod games and make music. Yeah, I don't think you really see much of a difference between that. 64 at 3000 is not really going to be much different than 96 at 32.
Charles's comment. Me crawling out of bed. Oh, man. Be kind to yourself, Charles.
How about this PC on Amazon? Do you guys offer payment plans? Through Bread, yeah, on our website.
Yeah. On Amazon, it's whatever Amazon
Yeah.
got.
I'm excited to get my PC fixed for the wife and to play till I get another one from y'all. I'm just going to buy the same parts it had in it, so easy fix on my end. Oh, very nice. Yeah. What's a good budget AMD GPU? 7800 XT. Well, okay, how budget? Because I was like, that's a good budget, that's a good budget GPU. But if you're like budget, check out 6700 XTs right now. Like, I mean, that's last generation, but still pretty solid. And I think even like the 6950 XT has gone down a lot in price if you just want like
Nice.
an incredible amount of VRAM, and you don't mind going last gen. Are you gonna be streaming too? Yeah.
Yeah. You trying to convince yourself?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to like stream when I'm playing Warcraft because I feel like people are gonna judge me and like how I built my warrior and all this, and how I play. I click the buttons. I'm not gonna lie. I don't.
You're saying people don't judge what you stream now?
That's a fair point. But once I start playing Deadlock more, I'll probably stream that, and I might actually even just stream playing Dragon Age. I have to decide whether or not that's something I want to have personal to myself. Because I'm going to enjoy the heck out of it. And I'm like, you know what, is this just for me? Or is this for the world? But we'll see. I think Sharknado was funny. There was a movie called Rubber and it was... Yes! Oh my gosh, my coworker came in and watched that movie, and he was explaining it to us, and he's like, basically, I watched this movie last night that was about a sentient killer tire. And that sentence killed me. I was just like, what? Could not stop laughing. Snowpiercer can afford Sean Bean for a full season. I went to Jamaica on a cruise, and there was a guy on the dock people could get pics with, and he yells, "Hey!" I love him.
No! Damn!
Bought an XFX Quick 309 7600 XT for a friend's PC. It performs better than I thought it would, especially paired with a 3700X. Oh yeah, no, it's solid.
Nice.
W Skytech, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
There's another one called the Killer Tomato. I mean, tomatoes did kill people back in the day. They thought that they were poisonous.
It's not the tomatoes' fault.
It actually wasn't, because they used to
lead
eat out of,
plating.
the pewter, and the acidity of the tomato would, like, bring the toxicity out of the pewter and kill them. But yeah, I can see how you'd be like,
What
it's gotta be
what do you
tomato.
think? What do you think is today's asbestos? Where in like 10, 15 years.
Dude,
they're-
plastic. Like,
Oh, microplastics?
yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but like, you know, something that like is just gonna come out of nowhere. Do you think we have that? I think it's probably gonna be something in the vapes. I feel it.
Oh, yeah. Feel it in the vape.
Yes, I feel it. Like, I don't know. I feel like, you know, there's got to be something, and then they're gonna have commercials playing for like the next 20 years. If you or a loved one has mesothelioma.
I'm just hoping it's not 3D printing.
I can see why you would hope that. I hope so too.
In DCs, the more RAM and power it has, the more it simulates the planes. At 192 gigabytes, it simulates radar reflections of individual engine fan blades. Ah, that makes sense. I think 7700 XT are good. 6700 XT stopped production, so the price is going up. 6700 XT, only a bunch of open box and refurb on Newegg. Ah, that's a good point, yeah. What's up, Hayden? How many builds?
Yeah.
We got 3. Tomato equals poisonous love apples. Oh, jeez. I feel like it's gonna be something involving our foods or something close, yeah. That's the main reason I went with the 7600. More modern card, about the same performance. I upgraded him to the XT after we cut out some extra stuff elsewhere he didn't need, you know. How are y'all doing today? Pretty good. Computer had lead in it, yeah. Well, and it was like safe to eat off of, but the acidity, like, I think of the tomato was what like brought out the lead specifically to
Damn, dude,
the point
shout out.
where you would eat that, like.
Shout out to whoever was like going around trying every plant on the ground. You did a lot of important work.
What's for dinner? Oh man. That's a great question. Man, listen to this, man. Last night, I was gonna make tuna casserole, which was like kitchen sink edition, which is where I kind of just throw a bunch of stuff in. I threw green beans into it, peas, and I was like, oh, hell yeah, whatever. But put it in the oven, put cheddar cheese on top of it, put it in the oven ready to bake. And realized I forgot the tuna. So I just made casserole. Just casserole. Oh my god, that was stupid. I think it's because I opened the green bean can, and my brain was like, you opened a can. You did it. Yeah.
So you made casserole?
Basically, yeah. Just nothing but carbs. Like, no protein.
Oops, all carbs.
Oops, all carbs. BLT, ooh, that sounds good. Pizza, yeah.
Bro, like, who, like tobacco, who do you think, like, said, oh, you can smoke this? Like, you know, like, who looked at a plant on the ground and was like, oh, I should put this in a pipe?
Well, didn't we get that from the Native Americans?
Oh,
like, we came and they were doing
I
that,
think
and
you're
like,
right.
yeah.
Well, shout out to them, because, like, someone had it, like,
Mm.
I'm not saying, you know, because tobacco is good or anything, but I'm just saying, like, dude, someone really went around. I mean, multiple people probably went
Yeah,
around.
it wasn't like one guy who's like, I'm gonna go and try everything.
Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of those people were also dead because of it.
Yeah. How did the hurricane affect y'all? Not at all. But we're far from it. How did it affect you? That's in your neck of the woods, right?
You made cat food.
Yeah, basically. Been there, done that. Made chicken pot pie without the chicken because I spaced getting it out of the fridge. Exactly. And it's funny because I remember looking at it being like, am I missing anything? Nah.
Bro, who looked at time and was like, oh, this would slap on some food?
Herbs, man.
Yeah.
Dude, they use a bunch of rosemary to like landscape around my neighborhood, and it's ruined it for me because my dog wants to poop on the rosemary. So he always comes back from his like, I went to the bathroom smelling like rosemary, and I'm like, I'm never gonna be able to eat steak with rosemary again. I just associate it with picking up your poo, like.
That's funny.
Not at all.
He
It
likes
brings
the
some
smell.
hot weather from the pressure changes and extra clouds are on the other side of the U.S. Yeah. Oh, is that why it's so hot right now? Dang. Stupid hurricane.
Oh, is that? Oh, that sucks. Actually, yeah. Fudge the hurricane.
It's probably someone threw some leaves on the campfire and it smelled good. Let's plant this and burn it. Yeah.
It smells good. Everyone felt way more relaxed afterwards.
It's crazy. Back in the day, a lot of people thought a reason they were witches is because a lot of the mold on bread and was causing them to have hallucinations and such. And it's
Damn.
true, yeah. Or like something, yeah, some kind of hallucinogens would get to them and they'd be, yeah. Imagine doing like a witch hunt because somebody just tripped, like.
Because someone just like a little bit taller. Did you kill yours already?
Oh, I was like, no, it's still there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, I was checking out the wildfire and the smoke made me feel funny. Why do you think that was? Ooh, no, when my sister moved into her house, the previous owner had planted mint around it. Oh no, not mint.
Oh no. What's wrong with mint?
It's like an incredibly aggressive weed the way it grows. Like, you need to put it in a pot or it will take over everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like a parasite?
It took over the side yard, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Dang.
Yeah, if you hate your neighbor, plant mint.
Plant mint.
Because
Does
it'll
it
get
smell good?
into their yard. Well, it's not even that. Like, yeah, it smells nice and you can use it and all that, but it will grow everywhere. It'll take over everywhere.
Aren't cats allergic to mint?
I don't know.
I thought I heard. I don't know.
Usually had thunderstorms for a week or two with the loudest thunder I've ever heard. Felt like shook the entire house. Dang.
Alright, folks. This PC is done. It might not look like it, but it is on. Very nice, black, stealthy build.
Ooh, so nice. I love the like minimal RGB. It's
yeah,
looking
it's
very
looking nice.
sweet.
You can only see the RAM shining through the fan, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this looks
Yeah,
good.
it's lovely.
Take it out. Or,
Take it out.
Take it
Take
away.
it out back and shoot it. All right, this PC is done. Random clapping.
Random clapping.
He's trying. This PC is done. Just gonna go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers that you need to out of the box. It's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers. You're good to go. We're also gonna stress test this, make sure these components work and work under load. And when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it. And thank you for ordering with us.
Thank you.
Very lovely PC. I think you're gonna have a real good time with
Lovely.
this. Yes.
Where is my... Yeah, I don't know where my brain is, but it's definitely not here today.
So good.
It's all good, man.
It's total 3. Alright, Drak. Drak, are you still here?
Which is that one?
Yeah, I think we should do that one.
Oh, I love it.
Thanks, folks. You are very welcome. Honestly, it's always a privilege to just see this case. I think it's so fantastic. Lovely, lovely build. I think you're gonna have a real good time on that. I'm here? Okay, perfect, yes. You are next! I'll be able to sleep at night, far away from the RGB demon that is my current desktop. Thanks, folks. You're very welcome. But yeah, I was like, that one's gonna have very minimal RGB if you want, like, that little bit of touch of, like, ooh, tiny aesthetic. But you can also turn that RGB off in the RGB software, or change it to, like, much duller, or, you know, less emphasizing color very easily. But yeah, enjoy.
Do you know where I can get a cheap X-ray?
A cheap X-ray?
Yeah.
Like of your body?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
what would I...
Well, like the doctor, like you asking like if I know a guy who like in his garage is like, yeah, come over here.
Well, no, I don't know.
Through our insurance,
I'm not on the Skytech insurance.
Oh dang. Honestly, it's Kaiser, and it's not bad in the fact that like if you want to get through there quick, like they'll process you quick. Like you're in, they're like, what do you want? And you're like, oh okay, well like this thing's happening. Like okay, referring you to this. You're gonna get this kind of testing. Go. And you're like, oh, okay. And then, like, you're out the door in, like, an hour and a half, and they take your blood and everything, and you're just like, cool. 3 hours later, you have your blood test results, and you're just like, what? They got prescriptions already ready for you down at the pharmacy. It's in the same building. It's very weird.
Oh, yeah. Kaiser?
Mm-hmm. The dogs always went potty in the mint. Yeah. I don't know, my dog has really gotten into this, like, habit of, like, not just peeing on plants, but he's like, I have to poop into a plant. Like, has to. It's very annoying to, like, pick it out.
He's fertilizing. What do you mean? He's doing his
No,
part.
dude, it's the neighborhood. I'm not gonna leave that. Somebody left their, like, dog crap right on my sidewalk, and I was like, I've never been so offended. Like...
Yeah, I hope you took that personally.
Like, not even, like, in the plant, but, like, on the sidewalk, just, like, on my property, and I'm just like, you...
Your first neighborhood enemy.
Yeah. Yep, well-done bread and rye grains had fungus growing on them.
Wow.
Oh, I love rye. I would have totally fallen for that then. 3 builds today. That explained why people thought the witches were turning them into animals or something. Yeah. Oh, good old Monty Python. Do Skytech pre-builds come with a keyboard? Yes, they do. Nothing super fancy, but it's definitely something that you can get started with and get rolling right out of the box.
turned me into a nuke. What the?
You ever seen Monty Python Holy Grail?
No,
Oh wow.
I haven't seen a lot of old movies.
That's okay.
You know what I've seen though that has a nuke in it? Aliens.
I knew you should have said, I was like, Alien. Is it Alien?
I was listening to like the audiobook equivalent that they have for comic books. There's like a non-canon side story where she doesn't die and she actually grows up. But at that point, like the xenomorph infestation is like taking over Earth.
Yeah.
Pretty good. It's from like the late 90s. I don't know if you read it. I don't know how much interest you have in the Alien.
Yeah. I mean, I like the original, and I like the original science fiction plot. Like, 'cause science fiction is always kind of just a vehicle for telling, like, this is all an allegory for something.
Yeah.
But once it becomes the sequels where it's like, actually, no, it's just aliens. Like,
hey, Aliens was good. 3 and 4.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? That's when I'm like, okay, I've lost interest. Like,
Yeah. They're jumping.
I'm here for the greater metaphor, like.
1 and 2 though, masterpiece.
If you like no RGB, no, don't worry. We also like RGB, but it's one can appreciate both sides of the spectrum. Stealth builds are nice to see. You can still do a really nice aesthetic with no RGB on it. True.
Oh, don't tell me that Firefox is acting up.
Oh, yeah, I hate how people don't pick up after their pets. Yeah, it makes me very angry. That and the thing, like, more so than that even, is when I go camping and I see, like, not even just, like, dog waste, but, like, people who just straight up litter.
Oh.
And I'm like, bruh.
Okay. Yeah, that sucks.
Like, some of y'all weren't in the scouts and it shows.
Ooh, what the? Every time I pick this up, there's thermal paste on this.
Welcome to my life.
Okay, so we have got suspect number 1. Because it definitely wasn't me. The moment thermal paste gets on me, that is my first priority.
I've had a couple of turd bombs on my sidewalk. I'm so sorry. This is my first one of, like, my house that I'm just like, yeah. Like, I'm out there every weekend weeding. Like, I keep my front real nice.
Sorry.
Get cameras going to surveil your property. Why are you afraid of criminals? No, catch the poop lever. I could, but yeah, I some guy walked his dog to the light post in my sister's yard and let it pee on it. Like, pee, I'm like, okay.
You gotta pick that up too?
At least if it's on a plant, it actually is like a fertilizer. And that's okay, whatever. The plant's gonna get water, the pee's gonna go away. Poo does not go away. It does not fertilize. It's just a whole thing. Sounds like the story of Doom. One loves RGB. He has an RGB race car bed. How did you know? Coolest kid on the block. Actually, if you had an RGB race car bed, I would think that was so cool.
It is cool. What do you mean?
There's so many things that people be like, man, this is cringy, and I'm like, why is that actually so cool to me?
I feel like as you get older, you kind of come you're meant to come full circle to all the stuff you liked as a kid.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you're like 10, and it's like, race car shirts, and then you're like 20, and it's like, oh, I'm too old for that shit.
You're 30, race car shirt.
Race car shirt.
Dude, it was like, when I always wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but I knew that I would just get completely bullied to shit in high school if I did. And then I got to college, and I was like, wait, you guys are playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, awesome! It was great. Like, how come this was so nerdy in high school, but you get to college and it's like, oh, and you guys are actually some of the coolest people on campus? What? I love this world. There's this one plant at my old house, and every time you cut it or, like, pull it out, it lets out, like, onion grass smell, but makes your eyes feel like you got gas or something chemical-wise in it. Whoa, what?
Whoa.
What's your name? Ezekiel. Hey, what's your name? I miss Vine.
Thank you, Tony.
A very 7-based build. You're not wrong. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, true. What
yeah,
the heck?
that's the theme right now. Yeah.
Dang, too bad it's not a 370 cooler.
What's a good full ATX case for a noob to PC swap?
Full ATX.
For full, yeah. Let me think.
Wifi C is pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. And, and you don't have to deal with screws for the like panels. That's really great.
I got Ariana Grande and somebody else with no deep room answering. I don't know. It's just funny that your shifted into second gear.
Also from Fractal, check out the Torrent. I do
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily the easiest to build in because it has those big fans in the front.
Yeah. The XL is quite heavy.
The Meshify XL if you want just a giant one.
Yeah.
You got other ones. Easy to build in. You know what? Check out. Well, no, I was like, check out the Antec Performance one. I'm not even lying. I love that.
That
case.
is very straightforward.
Very easy to build in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, good airflow. Big, but not like huge.
Yeah, it's not overly. It's not gonna take over your desk.
But basically anything with a mesh front, 3 or 2 fans, whatever in the front, is gonna be pretty easy to build in. It's when you get into some of the more complex kind of like fish bowls and side intakes that things can kind of get a little bit more confusing. Not so much confusing, but it's just dimensions. You can get this and be like, oh, cool, I'll put the fans here. Oh, if I put the fan here, it interferes with the GPU, and now I'm boned, It was like that for me for Magic the Gathering. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know what happened, but it was like, oh, now that I'm out of high school, all these really nerdy things that I would have gotten completely tarred and feathered for liking are cool.
Man.
I was looking at the Height Y60 Touch. Yeah, I was like, the fishbowl cases are pretty straightforward in that regard. And that one, shouldn't really have any, like, interfering parts. It's pretty big, so won't be like a tight fit for anything. I can't speak as to like what if they use a circuit board in the back or like what kind of how their cable management is because I haven't worked with that particular case, but yeah, something like that. Or King 95 if you like that kind of
King 95.
If you like that kind of thing. That's just one that I've worked with.
Very square.
Very. It's hip to be square.
But yeah, if you're ever a kid that played like Yu-Gi-Oh or something at lunch, shout out to you.
Yeah, for real. And like, how was life after high school? Was it great? Because I know mine was.
Those people seem the happiest.
Yeah. If I ever had a kid who was like, especially just really hated like high school and something like that, I would just be like, hey man, like, if you want to take some advanced courses and like graduate a year early or like just keep your head down, trust you man, it gets so much better.
I thought you were going to say, do you remember those It Gets Better commercials?
Yes. Hey, fall's on its way. You know what that means? There are poo bombs out in the yard. You don't know where they are because they're under leaves. Yeah.
That is not the first thing I think of when I think of fall, but sure.
I don't have to worry about that as much out here because we don't have a lot of trees that, like, fall. Although we do a fair amount. But sometimes even grass. Like, I'm like, oh man, I would love to just, like, on this. But if it's not my grass, if it's, like, a park, I could be like, and then end up, like, face first in some poo because, Fido had to go. And then your girlfriend gives you a look and says you're 30. Dump her!
What?
It's like, dump her!
Yeah, dog.
If your girlfriend is like, does not want you to play Yu-Gi-Oh, then you can be like, I'm sorry, man. Then you gotta go.
If she doesn't want to see you happy, then what is she even there for?
The struggle You'll find the dog poo in the leaves is too real. Suddenly very happy I didn't settle on the East Coast. I'm like, oh. This is a really cool case. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Hey Al, hey, what's up? Sound Super, how you doing?
Yo.
Wanted to build a CS server in an actual fish tank back in college. Didn't pull it off. Yeah.
Cool.
Get yourself a leaf blower. Yeah. Kate Blanchett will hate you, but it does make life easier. Like the King 95, it comes with fans. I may go with that one. Will it fit an ATX board? Yep.
Yes. Oh yeah. Damn, I feel like the fate of the world rests on this PC build.
Because of the music?
Yeah.
I kind of run out of like cool movies to watch, like cool obscure ones. I ended up watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith this weekend just because I was like, you know what, I really want to watch more Angelina Jolie movies.
Oh, okay, the old one.
And this is what's all like this is all that's left.
Tomb Raider?
It's not on anything. I would totally otherwise.
Ah, damn.
Yeah. Because yeah, that was not a good movie.
Tomb Raider?
No, Tomb Raider. I mean, well.
They were.
Meh. It was
the
good.
2000s. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
You people were on stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mr. and Mrs. Smith was just like not a good movie.
Aw. You gotta watch the Donald Glover remake now.
I totally forgot that was a thing. I should watch that.
Do you know the meme though?
No.
About him and Asian women?
No.
You don't know the meme? Okay. Well, he gave himself an Asian wife in the movie.
Oh, okay. Like, because of the meme, or the meme
No, I think it's
enforces
just...
the... Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how strong the meme... Like, you know, he's just him, I guess.
Watch the Blair Witch Project? Oh, I have watched the Blair Witch Project. It actually is really good. Yeah, is the payoff the best? But, no, I could definitely see how that has as much hype as it did at the time. Also, I'm old enough to have not seen it when it came out, but I remember when it came out. And my neighbors were able to see it, so they were like, we should shoot our own Blair Witch Project in the park behind our house. It was pretty bad.
Oh, yeah? What, did it go over budget, or what was the production like?
Well, the acting was bad. The plot was, like, messy, and then halfway through it just became Scream. So, like, we lost the plot, like, quite literally.
Oh, you lost the plot. Watch Night at the Roxbury.
Why?
I don't know. What is that about?
I don't know. You told me to watch it.
Yeah, well, one of us got to know, right?
Oh, damn. You got a point. You got a point. Back when I was still in high school, a classmate and I found 4 Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the mall parking lot, so we split them. I never played, but I ended up with the Horseman and the White Tiger. Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to play some card games, and no one ever wanted to play card games, and, like, you know. Then suddenly college was like, here you go. Friends. Who are weird, too. And I was like, yeah. It was also great, because, like, I wasn't popular, and I was miserable in high school.
Oh.
And all the girls who were, like, really popular, hey guys, who were, like, really popular and, like, happy in high school, went, especially because I went to community college and they went to, like, big colleges, you know, and they were so miserable. Like, I was hanging out with another friend of mine who had popular friends, and they hated it. They were like, yeah, I'm just having a really hard time in college, and it's just not as fun, and I just miss high school so much, and I was just there, like, can't relate, like,
Damn.
yeah.
Damn, they missed the high school clique.
Yeah, I was like, they took your power.
I know you were geeking hearing that.
And they were asking me questions about the Avengers, because the Avengers movie was, like, you know, coming out, and I was like, yeah, and suddenly I had all the answers, and I was like, that's right. That's right.
The turntables.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly I had all the answers. Damn, that was like your prime, like, comic era? When they started doing all those crossovers?
No, dude. Well, yeah, I guess, technically. Yeah, I was working at the comic book store before the Avengers movie came out.
Oh
But
my God.
I remember going and seeing the Avengers with my friends, and we were so hyped for it.
Was that like Passion of the Christ for you guys?
Kind of, yeah. Mostly because, like, also my friend group was really into comics, and that was the first time I met other people. That was the only time the only other time I'd met people who were into comics, like, at that point in my life. And then obviously working at a comic shop, I met more people, but, and that was so hype. We went and saw it 6 times in theaters together. We saw the midnight release, and we went to go see it 6 times in theaters, including once at a drive-in where it was a double feature of the movie twice, and yes, we watched it both times. Yeah, we were so hyped for that movie. It was also great to be, like, one of the few people in the audience who was like, oh my gosh, Thanos! You know, because, like, at the end of the teaser,
yeah.
everyone's like, wait, what does that mean? Who is that?
thing?
And I was just like, I have all the answers.
Did business pick up at the shop?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially, like, yeah, when Marvel was, like, on top, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched The Avengers again, though, recently, because it was on TV, and, like, yeah,
Yeah?
still nothing gets me hyped like that movie. I don't know why.
Oh.
Like, even all of the, like, other Avengers sequels and all that, nothing gets me hyped like the first Avengers.
Just the memories around.
Yeah, I was like, the memories are good. I don't know if it was, like, less complicated, because, like, yeah, it was, like, a bunch of crossovers and a lot of characters. But it was, like, less, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
By the time you get to Endgame, it's like, and here's a bunch.
Yeah, bro, like,
people.
the new ones are just, like, every 20 minutes, like, here's this guy, and here's this guy.
Yeah. I am gonna watch Agatha all along. I watched the first episode, but I'm gonna watch that because I've got freaking oh my gosh, I'm suddenly blanking on her name. Musical theater icon. So my other like part of my world.
Lin-Manuel?
No. Patti LuPone is in it, and Aubrey Plaza and all that, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, Aubrey Plaza is in it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Like she's hooked. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a given, but...
No, but like specifically, I was like, wow, why'd they have to give her such a cool outfit? Why'd they have to go so heavy with the eyeliner? No.
No,
You
no.
know what you're doing.
Oh.
Yeah, so I gotta watch that. And also because, like, I'm getting into the Halloween spirit,
Right. Should bring back Hella.
Oh, yeah, that was great, actually. She was very good as Hella.
Yeah.
Is it worth the upgrade from the 5700G to the 5700X 3D?
No.
No, I wouldn't consider that. Like, I would say never upgrade your CPU, unless you have to, like your CPU's going bad, to anything that is, like, the same amount of cores and, like, or near the same clocks. Usually it's like if you're upgrading, you're going for something that's significantly better. Or, like, you know, moderately at least. But yeah. This is our time. We're nerds. This is our time. Exactly. Endgame was horrible to watch in theaters for me because I watch it in 3D and I have vertigo. Oh no! I had to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in 3D because we walked into the wrong movie theater. Yeah.
You saw it with all the glasses?
Well, we went in there and then I was with some old people at the time, so like they were confused, and like I knew what was happening, but they didn't know what was happening, and they're like, oh, well, I guess we didn't get our glasses, so they just went back to the front and they're like, we didn't get our glasses, and they just gave them the glasses and we just sat in the 3D movie instead.
It was the wrong theater.
Yeah, it was the wrong theater.
Damn, they just let old people get away with anything, huh?
Yeah. Was she hella good? Hella.
Hella good.
Nothing like a building flying out of your nose. Remember like the brief period in time when we really thought that like 3D was the future? We had the 3DS.
3D TVs.
3D TVs. Like we really thought we were gonna be sitting on the couch with 3D glasses watching
with
the
the dumb
news.
active shutter glasses.
Like nah.
Dude, there was a grocery store nearby that like renovated around the time that was the new hotness, and for whatever reason they decided to get 3D TVs. It's like, dude, what? No one in here is gonna walk in with the fucking specialized 3D glasses that they need.
Yeah.
Mexican grocery stores just be on some other shit. Like, I don't want to lean into the stereotypes, but some of those are definitely fronts.
Watched the first Avatar movie in IMAX 3D. It was gorgeous, though. Yeah, that's like one that you could go and see.
Yeah, well, like, it
that,
invented
yeah.
3D, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the 3D glasses. Now we have the 4DX. Look it up. What?
What? 4DX what?
That.
Oh, that's the ones where the shit moves. I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
Twisted.
Dude, okay, that's a funny story. My dad accidentally got a ticket to that because he wanted to see the new Blade Runner when it came out. Like, and he was going alone.
Oh my god, 3 hours of
Yes!
that? Oh
and
my.
He was going alone. He's like, yeah, I just want to see the new Blade Runner movie. You know, I don't really have anywhere to go, so I'm just going to go. And I guess they were sold out for Blade Runner, so they're like, well, we have it in the 4DX. And he was like, okay, whatever. He didn't know what it was. He bought the ticket. He sat in the chair, and then the movie started, and the chair's moving, and he's like, wait, what the heck? And he was just captive there for the whole movie.
That's a long-ass movie, too. Oh my god.
This is my poor dad, this old guy, just sitting there like, what is happening?
How many weeks long was this headache after?
I don't know. When you're telling me this story, I was like, this is something that would only happen to you. Like, the 3D content, hot takes on VR. Yeah, VR is one of those things too where,
fun.
like, at this point, it's developed enough where I feel like there's no going back, you know? Like, we're not going to be like, oh, JK, that was just a fad. They're probably going to keep developing it and making it better.
The metaverse.
The metaverse? Yeah, like, they're too all in on it to go back on it, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I think VR needs to work on, you know, reducing motion sickness with it. That's a big barrier to it. And just coming up with, like, really, not good, but, like, some better or more, like, diverse applications of what you could do in VR, you know, because obviously it's like, oh, you know, click on things, shoot thing, but like, okay, now we're in this virtual space. What are like things that we're not thinking about that we could be doing, like, you know, with this? What kind of gameplay could we be getting out of this? That's what I think needs to happen
You
now.
want to
Like,
play
really
Alien
cool.
Isolation in VR?
I want to play Digimon in VR, and Bandai is just like, no, we have this perfect property for it. How about Gundam? And it's like, no.
None of those are scary, though.
Or, like, give me Yu-Gi-Oh! Where I can play the card game and I can see the monsters, like the show. That's what I want VR for. So yeah, I think that'll kind of develop. AR, I think, also has some potential, but I think that will drop off a bit more. The new Top Gun movie had some theaters with moving seats. It was a cool effect. Nice. I don't know. I also like being in control of things that move, though. So, like, the idea of it's like, oh, it's gonna do something, and I don't, like, no thank you. I'm either driving or I'm not. Yeah. I remember watching a show at a science center on IMAX, and then I almost threw up because it was in a dome. Yeah, any of those ones where it's like, oh, Flight of the Antarctic. I'm like, no. This platform moves where the seats are. No, thank you. I will wait outside and look at the penguins. Digimon VR first season. It took Ash 20 years to be somebody, I am. AR is going to be more popular in the tabletop gaming space than the video game space, I think. Yeah, I think it's going to have, like, other applications. It's always going to be best used with, like, your phone. You know what I mean? And so it's like, what applications with your phone is AR going to be cool? And I would say a Digimon AR game. But yeah. Tell him to see Twisters in 40X. Oh my gosh, no.
I saw the original. It was pretty good.
Dude, they are always showing that movie on FX. Like every weekend, it's like, ah.
I'd never seen it.
Oh man.
But that main girl definitely had big Kelsey energy. She had BKE.
BKE. Yeah. That is the only celebrity I've been told I look like, which is very wild because like I don't really see.
Laura, no.
Helen Hunt.
Helen Hunt.
Although
okay,
I had a roommate who I swear was like a Laura Dern copy. So Helen Hunt and Laura Dern were roommates at my college, I guess.
And they were roommates?
And they were roommates. We got like the funny award in our sorority. We both did, and I was just like, yeah.
Okay.
You know what dorm to come to laugh. I was a lot funnier in college though. Like, I don't know. Maybe it had to do with like learning every day. I was like so quick-witted. Like,
dang, you were working on your brain.
Smart as a whip. Then I got COVID. So.
What's the deal with them? Airlines. Peanuts. I don't know.
I saw both. They are good. I want to see Twisters and 40X, and my folks say no. I'm sorry.
Bro, that's not. The one thing that kind of sucks about 40X is, at least in this area, it's only there for like the first week. Like when the movie premieres.
That sucks.
Yeah, dude. So your dad actually got a pretty good opportunity. He should be thankful.
Also, like, they programmed the chair, like, every week for, like, the next movie.
Yeah.
That's lame.
It's not every movie, too.
You should be able to buy one of those chairs for your house. And then, like, have, like, a whole video, like, you know, catalog of movies you can watch with it. Yeah. Younger me wasn't into exploring Pokemon. It was dating Ash's mom. Professor Oak was smart to send a young man into the woods. Yeah, I love that theory. Well, it's better than the Mr. Mime theory, so.
Mr. Who?
Don't worry about it.
I want to know.
Don't worry about it.
Can someone in the chat tell me about this theory?
We'll tell you after stream.
Oh, it's an after stream type conversation?
We'll tell you when you're older.
Okay.
What is good? Wireless gaming keyboard and mouse. Well, okay, I don't use a lot of wireless ones because I kind of want to deal with Bluetooth issues, but,
What issues?
I don't know. If you have a driver issue, it's just one more thing to, like, worry about. I don't mind wires.
You don't worry about your cat chewing your cable?
My cat doesn't chew. Actually, he doesn't really chew anything.
Oh.
But I know he gets up on my desk because I'll go there and there'll just be some cat litter, like, just like, you know, one or two little, like, you know, beads from it. And I was like, you asshole, I know you were here.
Yes, his asshole probably was there.
Quite literally, yeah. Did I tell you that we're intermittent fasting my cat?
What? Why?
To lose weight?
He did look that chunky.
No, dude, he's so overweight. And now he's got a limp, and I'm like, you know what?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So we're intermittent fasting while we're not home. His
He's
food is
mad
up
as
on,
hell.
like, a shelf he can't get to.
Oh, man. He's probably mad as hell.
It's actually been pretty good, though. Like, I think it's working.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Hi from the UK. Hello! Shout out to the UK!
Yo.
But as far as, like, good keyboard and mouse, Logitech is usually the go-to for people. I would check out what some of their offerings are. I use Razer, but Razer's kind of expensive, and their lighting program is the meh. Like, the lighting looks good, but using it is kind of eh. But I would definitely check out Logitech. Kelsey 1, can I tell you something? Sure. It's okay, 1. We will tell you in your 30s, maybe late 30s.
You listen to that new Sabrina Carpenter?
Which, like the whole album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Some of it, and then there were certain parts I was like, okay, I gotta tap out. This is not for me. You know, where you're like...
Oh.
I was
A little too hetero for you?
yeah, just like, which is weird, because it's not normally something where I had to be like, okay, this is something I don't understand on a level that is far too high, yeah.
Can't put yourself in her shoes?
Yeah. Is Skytech in the UK? No. Skytech is Skytech's in the US, over on the California almost coastline.
We were part of the UK once.
What?
What? Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
No, we were not. That's the people over there on the East Coast.
That's true.
I had to find the
We
nicest
were
way to
a
say
later
it.
edition, thank you.
Yeah, we were a later edition.
So I am once again changed what I want my career to be, which is not surprising.
Oh my god. Surprise, surprise.
That's okay.
Yeah, bro, you're
Honestly,
like, what, 15?
yeah.
It's gonna change like 10 more times.
I'm still the same, man. Like, so,
Shit, yeah, I mean, there's adults that, like,
yeah. All the time, I'm like,
All
man,
the
you know,
time.
career change sounds cool, but like, no, that's not how you make that bread. But yeah, you're at the perfect age for like, you know, trying to figure out what you want to do. $229 for a Logitech keyboard and mouse. It better play for me. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, you definitely don't have to go for like the, you know, top of the line stuff there. The other thing I recommend is like, drive to like a Best Buy or something, and they usually have on display a bunch of the keyboards and like headsets, mice, stuff like that. Just go and tippy tap on them. You'll find which one feels good, because you it's about the switches more than anything.
it's about damn time.
But yeah. That's what I did, and that's why I ended up getting a Razer originally. Your career doesn't start when you're 20 unless you're very lucky. You have time to figure it out. True.
Yeah.
It's always horrible, though, to figure it out after you get the degree.
Be cool if you could get a refund.
Refund for your degree.
Or if you just, like, exchange it. Like,
Oh, for a different one?
yeah.
Nah, just take the refund. Probably go a lot further with it.
I'd probably just go back to school.
Oh, with the same money?
Yeah. I love learning, though.
Nerd.
I know.
So would you take that degree and trade it in for like an IT one, or would you still try to?
No, dude, I would probably actually just go do film. As stupid as
Film?
that sounds.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
I don't know, man. I just kind of feel like that's
Acting
more.
in film.
Yeah. Because a lot of
It's
the
the same thing.
yeah, a lot of the principles are the same, but one is like for, you know, a live medium and the other one is for not a live medium, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I need. I need the ability to be like, okay, can we sit down for a while now? And then pick up again. Do a little shooting. Wow. And then yeah, worst case scenario, I don't become a cool director or anything like that. I just get like a job like Handy's.
Hey man, it's
No,
hard
like
work.
you make, yeah, I was like, it's good work.
Hard work
Mhm.
to be PA.
Yeah.
Like not a bad gig at all, you know.
So what's going on in Georgia?
Hmm?
What's
Georgia?
happening? Yeah.
I don't know, there's like a hurricane, right?
Not that, bro. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
make me say it.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh no. Damn.
It's fine.
So you will be stuck with me playing badminton.
You still haven't even.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
We
about that.
we need to actually plan that. I need my own like racket. I want to get a nice one, even though I am trash and they should really
Do you know what pickleball is?
gross.
Okay.
I
They're
also
they're
agree,
putting in
it's gross.
pickleball courts in like my neighborhood.
Ugh.
You need tennis
Are they
courts.
replacing? Yeah, I know. Give me a
Basically.
real tennis
You
court.
need tennis courts, Kelsey.
Well, it's not like enclosed, you know. It's like, I don't know.
The most annoying thing is going to the park and seeing the fucking pickleball people in our area.
They're so old.
Oh, I hate
Is it like
pickleball.
the equivalent of scooter kids at the skate park?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're just like, what are you
I don't know
doing
about
here?
that, because scooter kids can be cool.
What? In what world? I mean, you gotta be nice to kids. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Like, please be nice to kids. But
Uh,
yeah, if you were actually there skating,
they
it's
need
great.
they need it for their development.
Man, it's a safer form of transportation.
You can take up archery with Kay and I. No, thank you. I like having all my fingers.
I can't do archery because I'm such a little stick. That like I can't pull the bow back far enough.
Just do crossbows.
I guess, but like. True, I remember sitting in the parking lot, looking over, wonder why I am a bouncer at this club. The smell of vomit made me change careers. It'll do that, yeah. But she did tell me she thinks I would be great in a healthcare career, and she's surprised that my firefighter thing has lasted this long, and she really didn't expect it to last for almost 2 years. Oh. Health career great, you can last long. I've seen too many people burned out. Yeah, it can burn people out, definitely. But because of that, there's usually a lot of opportunities in healthcare.
We're always sick.
Hmm?
We're always sick.
Yeah, like, they're only gonna be getting sicker, like, you know, people getting older now.
Oh my god.
You're
Yeah.
like Jason.
What? Oh.
In my town, pickleball people are very snobby. That's kind of the impression I would get. Like, it hasn't been built yet, so I don't know, like, you know, what the vibe's gonna be, but I feel like that could be the vibe, but I'm worried.
In your park? In Banning, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Way to
like,
dox me. Yes.
well, no one knows about it.
Bro, people in
Yeah.
California don't even know where that is.
What's up, Fabian? What are you doing on YouTube?
Hey, what's up, Fabian?
But yeah. And there's
Do you get like
gonna be
a
a
bunch
pool.
of old white people around or what?
Are you down to go to lunch tomorrow at Costco?
Wait, what?
With me, Fabian, and Handy?
Oh, you doing that tomorrow?
Are you gonna go to Costco?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Costco for lunch. Nice chicken bake.
Or Costco
Right
guys.
there.
I mean, maybe. I take my lunch at like 12?
Yeah, that's probably when that'll be.
Shit, maybe.
Alright, I'll let you know tomorrow. We're supposed to go on, what, like Tuesday? But this dude didn't even come.
Honestly, a $1.50 hot dog sounds pretty good.
Right?
Do you have to have a Costco card?
Well, that's where Fabian comes in.
Well,
Oh, I also
don't
have
worry about
one.
it. I have
Oh, what the hell? You all had one. I was over here pouring myself out the wait, well, originally it was because Fabian had his card, so I was like, hey man,
Well,
you
and
wanna go to
I don't live
Costco?
by a Costco anymore, so I never go.
Damn.
Is
Yeah,
that your
have it?
family's card? Or is it
Well, my
yours?
dad has one, and then I'm the extra
Oh,
on
okay.
there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Because my sister lives with him, so like, what's she need for?
We're Costco guys.
We're Costco guys. He didn't need me anymore. I'm just kidding, Fabian. You're always Fabian.
Pickleball. The Mexican in me from Texas knows I would be the guy serving the drinks at a pickleball. Oh no!
Oh my god.
First time I shot a compound bow, I slapped the string across my arm, got a nice bruise. Ooh, yeah. Okay, judging from the pictures, it's a poor man's tennis, but higher than ping ball. Yeah, I think it's like a weak man's tennis, actually.
It's a weak
like,
man's tennis.
like it's not hard, you know, like it's easier than tennis. I don't know. I'm just wondering. I'm like, should I get like a racket, mallet?
No.
What do they do? And like,
you get a nothing.
because I can walk to there.
Don't be. I guess that is a pretty strong proposition.
Yeah.
Ironically, I think pickleball's a rich man tennis now. Because only rich people
Yeah.
play it.
I'll have to see the vibes. There's also a pool, so you know, probably at the pool, peeking at the people playing pickleball, being like, "What's the vibe?"
It's an old man tennis. The courts are smaller and the ball's heavier, so they can run to it faster.
Good exercise, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. And I gotta get healthy. I've been walking a lot more, so.
Walking?
Yeah, I'm like, it's for my health, but really I'm just looking for birds. Looking for those rare birds.
They should do like a bird go for you.
Dude, it like kind of is. So there's a thing called eBird. And yeah, you have your profile on there, and when you go birding, you're like, okay, start, and it like tracks where you went, and you can be like, oh, 2, you know, Anna's hummingbirds, 3 American coots, you know, whatever. And then you have your list, and then it ranks you against everybody else in your county, your state, or the
Ranked
US.
birding.
Yeah.
Birding. Casual birding.
Because like you're trying to get as many species as you can. And it's very addicting. It's like actual life Pokemon Go.
Well, wouldn't that have to encourage you to like go to different places to find different birds? Otherwise, you're
Yes.
stuck with the same birds.
Although we're lucky, we live in a place where we get about 400 species a year in this area. Isn't that insane?
Damn, bro, California
Yeah.
just got the best of everything.
Mm.
Why would anybody honestly? All right, I just gotta take a moment to say like how goated our spawn point was. Like,
Go
dude-
to our spawn point was.
We are very lucky to be living in the best state of the best country ever.
No, you're supposed to say our
Here.
state sucks so people leave. That's what Our place is too crowded.
We can't. We're too friendly here. We're like, oh, you're new here? Did you have In-N-Out yet? Yeah, California burrito. We're so.
I'll be
Friendly.
quiet. Yeah, you should be, Juan. You should be. The audacity of Texas to even try to measure up, like, nah, but
Okay, but actually, Texas does have just like a handful more species that visit their state than ours when it comes to birds. Texas has a
Okay.
very tiny advantage in that.
excuse me. I guess we're number 2 now.
We are number 2. We're number 2 in birds.
Really?
Yeah, just because of the geography of it, because of the Gulf.
Oh, the goal.
Yeah, they get a couple more
They get
things.
more seagulls.
They get some birds from the south that we don't. Yeah.
Oh, they get the Mexican birds.
No, we get the Mexican birds, but they get the like almost Florida birds when they.
What the
come.
hell? What are
Yeah.
they doing all the way out here?
They get lost. I'm not even lying.
They get more American birds.
We are 4 years. Stay out. Oh, absolutely. Doing my part.
Yeah, I stole one Texan actually for us. So today at my school we had an interesting meeting for the local community college we have close to my high school, and I signed up for the medical assistant class for my senior year. Nice! Dude, community college, so underrated. Like, I had the greatest time in community college. I had a better time in community college than I did at my 4-year, which I only had to go to for 2 years because of community college.
Bless you.
So yeah, community college is a great option, especially if you're not 100% sure on what you want to do and you want to try out a bunch of different things. That's what I did. I changed majors like 4 times. But I did it at community college where it's cheap. Play disc golf, you can walk, look at birds, and throw a hard tortilla for a disc. It's all the same. I mean, I also golf,
Oh my
so
God.
like I could just do that.
Are you regular golf?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Why don't we go golf?
Wait, you golf?
No, but I have.
Oh, okay.
I have clubs.
Oh, okay.
for
Well,
some
that's close
reason.
enough.
Yeah,
Honestly, if you
okay.
guys ever wanted
This
to go
generation-
golf, we totally could go golf.
This
but-
generation's Tiger Woods over here.
yeah.
I wish. I've never played in my life.
How the why do you have clubs?
I got it for a gift. I got it as a gift. I've done
From
like
someone that did not know you at all?
Would you guys
No.
recommend 24 gigabytes for me or
I got
32
it because
gigabytes?
I
24
told
is
this
fine.
person that I was interviewing for a golf company, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I never got it. I was just saying it. Oh, I
Damn,
interviewed
though.
them, and
Is
they're
that
like,
your
"Oh,
hobby?"
Let me get you some clubs. I was like, you don't. Okay, I
Nice.
guess I'm getting close now.
What brand?
What, the clubs?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe TaylorMade. I don't remember.
Oh, those are nice. I love TaylorMades.
They're nice clubs, but I don't use them.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't go golfing.
Dude, is your hobby interviewing?
I wish.
Yeah, honestly.
When I'm unemployed, my hobby is interviewing, yes.
Yeah.
no shit. It's so everybody else's.
Bro, feeling patriotic out of nowhere for real.
Yeah, that's the first and only time you're gonna hear me say that.
I just finished my first PC. Heck yeah. Oh, Fabian, you have clubs too? Let's go golfing. I'm not even lying. I can teach you the rules, or the ones that I know at least. You can do this thing called where you play best ball. So if everyone's really bad, you just all hit from the same location, and then whoever's ball went like where it needs to go, that's where you go, and you all play from that point.
Like Billy Madison?
No.
No, Happy Gilmore.
Oh, that, yeah.
It's what we used to do for golf practice when they were like, okay, so the golf course is actually really busy right now, so we gotta go quick. And it's like,
So like a golf golf?
no, it's like you go to the course and like, okay, like let's say we're driving, right, and we're on the first hole. So it's like I would hit a drive, and like let's say my ball goes right, beautiful center of the fairway, lovely. One goes up and he totally hits it into the weeds.
Well, okay, fuck me then.
Handy goes up, he hits the ball, somehow knocks somebody out. We're in a legal dispute, it's a whole thing. And then Fabian goes and he hits it just a little bit more to the right of my ball. But it's more forward. We can be like, okay, well, Fabian had the best shot for getting us closer to the tee. So we'll just drop our ball there so that we don't have to get the one out of the woods and we don't have to go through legal trouble. For example.
How would you determine which ball goes furthest? Do you have binoculars or something?
No, you look, it's very obvious.
What if it's not obvious?
Yeah, what if it's at night?
You don't golf at night.
Why not?
They don't let you.
Seems like you're missing out on potential market share.
So I've been thinking about becoming a physician assistant. She told me that she thinks I would be good at it, but I have to have my master's degree. Well, I have to get a bachelor's degree first, and then 2 years of physician assistant school to get a master's. Oh, very cool. I mean, and yeah, you don't even necessarily have to be a physician's assistant. Like, there's a lot of jobs in healthcare that require, like, varying amounts of education. Like, that's a really cool, just like a cool career path. If it's something that interests you, there's a lot of options there. Man, I was talking with this pharmacist at Kaiser, and she, like, knew so much stuff, which is, like, why she's the pharmacist. But I was like, man, that must be a really cool job. Just to be like, yeah, my job is to know what all these pills do. And what you should and shouldn't take with them.
Yo, have you been to Topgolf?
I have not.
Me neither. Do you want to go? There's one right by here.
I know, I would actually like to go.
It's expensive.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
I'm thinking maybe go-karts on funner.
Yeah, I actually haven't golfed since I hurt my back, too. I'm sure I could at this point, but I probably hurt the next day. I mean, I'm in the Midwest, and we got Mexican birds, hummingbirds actually migrate to Mexico, right? Yeah, most of our birds in North America actually, like, go to South America at some point to migrate back and forth. But in order for me to be accepted into one, I have to have 1,000 hours of clinical hours, which basically direct patient care. So they suggested to be a medical assistant or an EMT while you earn your bachelor's degree at university. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if I want to be an EMC. That job's stressful.
I'm sorry, how to check my motherboard so I can upgrade my Intel Xeon processor E5-1610. If you need to know what your motherboard is, like what this specific model is, the best thing that you can do, and this is kind of complicated, in the little search bar at the bottom of your screen, type in CMD, that stands for command. It'll bring up the command prompt. It's like a big black screen, CMD. And then you're going to type in MSInfo32, all one word. And that's going to show you everything that is in your system. You're going to look for your motherboard name. You're going to search that motherboard. Figure out what that socket shape is, what can go up in that. Like, the limits of that socket are going to be what you can upgrade to. Otherwise, you're going to have to change your motherboard and your CPU together if you want to upgrade beyond that. You would need special golf balls for that. They have glow balls. Ooh. Topgolf is lit. Honestly, just going to the range is just as fun. True. Oh, what? Oh, you're totally right. I do have it.
What?
Have I just been missing people's things? No, okay. There we go.
Oh.
I got you now. I got it. You will never get a chicken tender basket ever again, Kelsey, because of that.
What? What?
Dairy Queen for life.
Okay.
I cannot comprehend the Texans' appreciation for Dairy Queen on that level, but
Frickin'
I know it because my fiance talks about it all the time too.
Pony boy ass meal.
Kelsey's 100% right about community college. Anyone who wants to go to university, I generally recommend going to a community college first. Yep. Because also, if you drop out, you didn't really lose much money. There's people who go, like, do a year of college, decide it's not for them, drop out, and have, like, 20K in debt. Wait. It's dinner time somewhere. Hey. I like that. Rules of golf. Hit the ball towards the hole in as few swings as possible. Don't hit it into the water. Simple game. Simple and yet complex. Messed up my hip playing golf. Yeah, if I haven't golfed in like forever and then I golf or I go out to the driving range, like the glutes, it's the best way of saying this, are on fire the next day. And I'm just like, I can't sit down. Like, what?
Man, driving range is a cool ass name just for fucking golf.
You just like because the word driving in it.
Yeah. And it's wasted on golf.
It's weird that we don't have like car polo, but then I'm like, well, I guess that makes sense. 'Cause,
They need Rocket League in real life.
excuse me, we can do putt-putt golf at night. That is true.
Mini cup. Mini golf.
Oh, mini golf is cool.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
Dang, RIP to all the little amusement parks that were in the Inland Empire that got torn down.
They
Yeah,
did.
rip.
That's sad. I remember.
Hey, but there's a Boomers in Cathedral City. I was there at the Trader Joe's.
What?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
there was a Boomers around here before that got shut
I
down.
know, but I hadn't seen one in so long, and I was like,
There-
there's a Boomers here.
There was an amusement park like right off the 10.
Was that the Camelot whatever one?
It was called Scandia.
Yeah. The medieval looking one.
Yeah.
Castle Park is still open. That is true. Castle Park is still going.
Oh yeah, Castle Park. Hey, what's up, Ghost?
See, I will never know the Inland Empire of old because I didn't grow up here, and I'm like a little sad about that.
Yeah, you didn't miss much.
Yeah, I know, but like.
Although I do miss the baseball cages.
Yeah, you really did. There was not a lot around here before the
Yeah.
2010s. Like, growing up, for fun, we could walk to the Walmart or Jack in the Box. Bruh, now there's an In-N-Out where that empty field used to be. It's like, damn, dude.
I have two questions. What delivery service you guys use? What motherboard you guys use for pre-builds most of the time? It depends. We have a couple different ones, and we kind of just cycle them out depending on what we have. So, we won't really know what your motherboard is until it gets to you. But we use FedEx, maybe? UPS? Shipping? FedEx? I think
so.
it's usually FedEx.
Yeah.
I'll go tear up a mini golf course if you want. I think Z790 or B650 motherboard. Hey, caps was on my bad. Oh, it's all good. Hey to you. A physician assistant, if you don't know, they basically do everything a physician does, except only a physician
my
can
God,
perform
it's
their
still
own
going.
surgery. But a physician assistant can only help assist in surgery. But other than that, they basically do all the same thing as a physician assistant. You just don't go to school, and it's way less education you have to do. Oh, okay. So that all seems like a good option.
I want to be those assistants that just hands the surgeon a scalpel, and that's my job. And I
That's
get
your whole
paid
job.
$80,000 a year.
Yeah. That sounds nice.
They were like, yeah. I don't know. I had a coworker at the comic shop who was like, he did this program to be a phlebotomist.
Oh, what?
What?
Phlebotomist. The-
Flaw okay, that
you
L is
said
doing a
full
lot
bottom.
of. Damn, bro. A
It's someone-
A
bottomist.
topologist.
It's the person who takes blood, basically.
If you get both degrees, can you be a persologist?
Oy, okay.
Another cool ass name that's wasted on such a mundane thing.
Oh, bye, Fabian. I missed you leaving.
See ya. What?
A phlebotomist?
Yeah. Phlebotomist.
There also used to be Pharaohs in Redlands. Sam Burnham.
Oh, yeah,
closed a
Pharaohs.
few years back. I'm watching a video about PCs. I want to build a NASA PC one day and maybe build a PC for others. Maybe not, but I will for my friends. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool hobby.
NASA.
NASA is what the kids call the
Yeah, that's how you
powerful
said
computers.
phlebotomist.
Lobotomist?
Yeah.
You know, that's what.
I wish you bring that back.
Yeah, I need one. Feel like I'd be a lot happier then.
Didn't they just update the voltage on newer 9000 series AMD? Yes. Or like it's very different from the 7000 series. No, surgical technician is the one who gives the instrument. Surgical technician is the surgeon. A physician assistant actually helps the surgeon with the surgical process. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yo, how's it going, Flag Jackson?
Yo,
How you
what's
doing?
up?
Oh, here we go.
Not yet. We'll see.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, yeah, but you know.
Oh, here we
Good?
go.
Yeah. Okay.
Lovely.
Folks. PC is done. It is finished.
Gorgeous.
It is complete.
Ooh, very nice.
Take it away.
Alright, this PC is done. This is going to go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers it needs out of the box. It's ready to go. We are going to... Oh, sorry, I almost skipped a thing. All you need to do is set up your profile, download your game launchers. You don't have to do anything else. We're also going to stress test it, make sure these components work, and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, and thank you for ordering with us, Drak.
Thank you.
I think you're really going to like this. This is a very nice PC.
That's a nice GPU.
Yeah, it goes
Actually
well with
fits.
yeah, it's actually all white hardware.
I really like the bottom. Yeah, the, like, where the I.O. is, looks very nice. Nighttime mode? Yeah, we can do that. Beautiful case, yeah. Well, newer 12 core thing allows up to 120 watts now, yeah. Needs more white. My CPU clock speed is 76.5 gigahertz. Pretty decent, right? I don't think it would be 76 gigahertz. That's not possible. The 950X looks higher than the 12 core. That's good to go, yeah. So close.
Yeah.
Yes, this thing will be headed to you soon. Enjoy it when it gets to you. It is very nice looking. That is a beautiful, beautiful build. TDP, it's saying 120. Yeah, but TDP is always, like, kind of a lie. Chips always go way over TDP, which is like the boost clock, obviously. So, TDP, especially when you're looking at coolers, doesn't mean anything.
Did I hear a screw in there?
Sexy looking rig. I know, right? That was nice. Build looks awesome. Indeed. Alright, we were on to our last build.
I'm sure. I swear I heard like the sound of a...
For Santo.
Alright.
Or Shanto.
Last but not least.
Here we go. Why did I do that? That's not what I meant to do. There we go.
So no interest in badminton, huh?
Not really. I don't know. I think the only one other pickleball appealed because it's like feet from my house.
Alright.
Like, oh, I gotta get him and drive somewhere? Nah. The only thing I drive for is the birds, thank you. Is the King 95 good? It's excellent. Genuinely. Would you recommend 4070 Ti over 4080 Super? Sorry in advance, I'm not very tech smart. No, it's all fine. It depends on what your needs are. If, like, you're just planning on gaming, a 4070 Ti is well and fine. Like, for almost any game that you're going to be throwing at it, especially in, like, 1440p, which is what I would consider the sweet spot of gaming, 4070 Ti is going to be all you need. 4080 Super is if you want to do any kind of 4K anything is what I would recommend that for. But yeah. But 4080 Super is the better card. Gaming MMOs, Ashes of Pantheon. Especially for MMOs, I would go 4070 Ti and save the extra money. Put it towards something else in your build. Or a good monitor. Okay, thank you. You're very welcome. Hello. Oh, hello. Stocky Jack will come in. How many liters in your bottle? I'm curious.
Yep.
What is this? Like a 32 or something? I have no idea. 32 ounce, that's what I was thinking. I want to play good mitten. Exactly, you know? Like, I'm lawful good. I have to play good mitten. Where's the squirrel? That's a great question.
It's right there.
Oh, yeah, it's wearing the wig. It's Ice Spice. Well, they discontinued the 4070 Ti and 4060 Ti. True. But 4070 Ti Super, great card. 4080 Super I'm getting because I'm using it for all gaming, school, and productivity. Do you think it would be possible to put a full PC or a full PC setup in a college dorm room? Oh, definitely, yeah. I would maybe not go for, like, the biggest case. Try and go for, like, a mid-tower or lower, like, as far as just space. But, yeah, totally. You just want to make sure that you can transport it, you know, safely. And if you're going to any kind of school where you have to fly to get there, don't take the desktop. But if you can drive there, then yeah. Bob Ross and Ice Spice hair combined, yeah. I mean, I've never seen them in the same room together, so.
You think it's like a Hannah
Ice
Montana
Spice
situation?
is Bob Ross. Ben is Glory. What about an L-shaped desk? Probably not, but most college dorms provide a desk for you in the dorm. And it's usually like, yeah. But you usually don't have to bring any of like the big furniture to college, which is nice. Should I get Stream Deck Mini or the normal version? I usually think the Mini is sufficient. Unless you know, have a ton of graphics you're going to be going through. I'm playing New World right now, and it looks and runs a lot better than it did on my 2070 Super. Nice. How is that game, like, after this amount of time? Like, is it getting, like, good updates? Has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? I'm curious. My community college is like 20 minutes from me. Gotta love that. So was mine. Pro tip to transport your PC safely. Keep the box and the styrofoam and remove the GPU temporarily. Make sure your PC can fit inside the Derek Zoolander Center for Children who can't read good and want to learn to do other good stuff. Other stuff good too. That building is so small, yeah. I mean, you got a point. How do you select the AMD Radeon 7800 XT on the King 95? Because the picture has a 4070 on it. If you're looking at pre-builts, it's just gonna come with the specs listed. But if you want like a King 95 case that has a 7800 XT on it, you can check out our custom builder, or search on our website to see if there's a King 95 that does offer a 7800 XT.
I think that might be the AMD Advantage one that's out of stock.
Oh, it might be out of stock, in which case we'll probably stock up on it or something similar to it very soon, or soonish. I know we've been like hearing for 7800 X3Ds, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Is it probably like half yellow desk? Yeah, about. Because, you know, room. They're about to release console. Oh, okay, interesting. So should be drawing an entire new crowd in. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure one day when I'm like run out of games, I'll probably try that one out.
Yo, Metal
love
Dragon
Atmos.
Mike, thank you for the raid.
Oh my
Hope
gosh!
You had a great stream.
Welcome in, welcome in! Yeah, have a good stream, everybody. We're getting started on our final PC of the build stream. So, still a lot of building and chatting to go, if you want to stick around. Does it cost more to build it on stream? No.
No.
Building it on stream is actually a free option that we offer if you order through our custom builder.
It's free.
It's free. All you have to do is wait for, obviously, the stream to happen, and yeah. There's like a little checkbox that you can like click at checkout, that lets you do that. But again, it is only available on the custom builder. In Stream Deck Mini, can you make it so that you press a button and it changes the color to whatever you want by using single RGB or something like that? No, it's more so for like going through like OBS settings and stuff. I had a 3900X before my Intel 14th gen. Oh wow, yeah. I mean, 3900X is still a pretty good chip, but yeah, Intels are just insane with their cores, threads, everything. Woo! Yeah, what were you guys playing over on Metal Dragon Mike's stream? I have a 0013 error on Epic Games. Do you know how to fix it? Not off the top of my head. I would have to look into that. 0013 error. I like AMD more, honestly. Fair. Killer Clowns? Oh, okay, very cool. Yeah. Killer Clowns. Man, clowns are always gonna be scary. I was at the Spirit Halloween this weekend, and I was like, one day we gotta do a circus theme. Because there's so many scary clowns here.
Yeah.
AMD chips I like, AMD cards not really, because GDR6, not GDR6X. Yeah, I mean, it depends. Depends on your preference. Depends, AMD had a major opportunity with the microcode error, and it seemed like they rushed reviewers to get the release out early. Yeah, Intel's done, like, you know, they've had their missteps and all that, but AMD also hasn't been, 100% perfect either. Which is funny, because if they had been, I feel like they would have completely taken over the market. But, yeah, these days I do tend to think that the AMDs are a little bit better of a choice right now, but when it comes to productivity, Intel is always going to be king. Like, that's how it be. So do you think I should bring my future desktop PC or just get a laptop and then choose the desktop if I get one at the university? Probably, I don't know. That's still a few years away, so who knows by then. But yeah, laptop is nice. You can take, notes on it in class. But, or like college will have a PC lab or something. Oh my gosh, Hype Train, yo! Thank you so much for the subscription, Brad James.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're coming up on Intel 15th gen. Yeah. What's up? Been a while. Hey, welcome in.
Welcome back.
AMD is beholden to TSMC's pricing. True. The 3 universities I have been looking at are between a 30 to 40 minute drive, which isn't bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Especially if they're state schools. Not as expensive. Thanks to Stocky Jack for the sub as well. Indeed. I could work at a medical assistant while in university to get my patient care hours for PA school. Yeah, and especially if you can live at home for at least a couple of years of college, you save a lot of money doing that. Oh man, why did you have to bring up university? I have a lecture at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Dude. Only one time did I have to take an 8 a.m. course, and I had a big gap between that and my next course. My next course was at like 12. So what I did is I would go to class. It was only an hour lecture, like twice a week or whatever. I would go to class, and then I would go back to my dorm, and I would go back to sleep. Wake up, eat lunch, do the rest.
Retain no information.
Basically.
You dream about the lesson.
Yeah. What's your favorite Skytech pre-build? Azure 2.
Damn it, that was my answer.
Yeah. We're big fans of that one. Just looks fantastic. It's a great case.
Yeah.
King 95 looks so clean. I know, it's
That one
beautiful. I'm building my first gaming PC on PC Parts Picker. It says my total wattage is 551 watts, including the 4070 Ti I plan to get. what wattage power supply should I get? Thanks. So you're going to want at least 100 watts of headroom, and since you're on the 551, I would recommend just go for a 750 watt. That'll give you enough headroom for that. Shouldn't be an issue. Especially because you say that you got a 4070 Ti in there, I really wouldn't want to go below that. And you can obviously go more if you want to have a little headroom in case you plan on upgrading the CPU in the future or anything else in it. That way you don't have to worry about upgrading the power supply, but 750 watt minimum is what I would say. I always had a 930 class and then a 1045 class. Oi. But 2 of the universities are private, which is like super expensive, sadly. It's like 1,000 per year, which is crazy. Well, the thing about private schools is that you can apply to them and see if they'll offer you scholarships. Because I went to a private university when I transferred over a state school because they offered me enough scholarships to make it basically the same price. But then I got, obviously, you know, smaller class size, and it was, yeah, different. I got to go to school out of state, and I didn't have to pay out-of-state tuition. I was paying just private school tuition, which is basically the same as out-of-state tuition. Private schools are expensive, but sometimes they subsidize it with scholarships if you can get them. Okay, great info. I was thinking an 850 watt might be too small. Yeah, I was like, honestly, even 850 would probably be smart to do. Because with the 4070 Ti, I do think that they recommend like an 850 watt, if not a 750 watt at the like minimum. But yeah, because the thing that you're really going to like worry about with your power supply is the transient spikes. So that's how much like wattage you can pull, but that doesn't like that it's going to like on average pull. But that doesn't mean that that's going to be the highest that it's going to hit. There are some times where it's doing something and then just it kicks up to a higher wattage for a moment before kicking back down to normal. And it can be so quick that we don't even see it sometimes in a wattage meter. But that can be the stuff that can trip your power supply. And that's when you get like, oh, my power supply just like gave out in the middle of the game. What the heck happened? But yeah, I would check prices. Honestly, if the 850 isn't really any more expensive than the 750, go with the 850. Or if you can find a 1,000 watt, like that's, yeah, good and all that for about the same price as the 850, go for 1,000 watt.
Don't you hate in school when kids would like stick their foot out and be like, "Don't trip"?
Yes. But I also like have a deep hatred in my heart for people who are like, you know, you go to the beach with and you're like waiting in the water, you're like, oh, it's cold, and then they're just like, push you, and it's like, why would you do that? It is such a dick move. Or people who you're like, oh, I'm afraid of snakes or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, and then like they'll find a picture or something, and you're like, thank you, I'll never tell you anything again. And that's that kind of person. The person who would be like, haha, don't trip, is the same person who would push me in the ocean and then show me a phobia. You know what I mean? Dynamic duo are back. I'm a 7-month-old developing fetus that's usually focused on absorbing nutrients from amniotic fluid. Not Skytech gaming typical demographic, but wow, this makes me want to be born. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Never heard it said like that, but yeah. Don't send me a computer, I will eat it. Noted. Okay. What happens if your Skytech PC is broken? Will y'all send a new one? If it's broken, you call customer service. They'll help you try and figure out if it's anything that they can fix, like, you know, over the phone. Because sometimes it's something as simple as, like, something got a little unplugged or a little loose or something. But yeah, if it's broken, they will give you a shipping label. And you will send it back to us. We will either fix it or replace it, send it back to you. If you are within warranty, obviously. But your hardware also does have its own warranties with, you know, manufacturers.
I got that Lalo Salamanca mustache. You know, besides the killing, he was a pretty cool guy, so I think I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Does your second M.2 Gen 4 SSD need a heatsink? Depends on where it is. If it's like directly under your GPU, and I mean like the GPU is blocking it from sight, get a heatsink on that, Because, yeah, we've known that when the GPU gets hot, it can really heat up that NVMe down there.
What if it's like
and,
parallel?
Kill it. If it's like parallel or if it's like under, it's like significantly under.
So like imagine like a checkerboard tile. So
Yeah.
like one's the GPU, one's the
That
SSD.
is fine. Basically, it's not really getting much of the heat from the GPU on it, and it's getting the case airflow onto it, which should be fine. Gen 4s don't get that hot. Gen 5s all need a heat sink, but yeah.
You know, since we love to use these micro ATX boards.
I know. Okay, I gotta scroll back a bit. But to the, sorry, that.
You should be
except
proud
London,
of me.
Straight commute home. It's not far from home. Oh, that must be nice. Imagine walking and taking public transit places. Like, phew. The American mind can't comprehend.
Not at all.
I meant 100,000 per year. Yeah, never go to a college that's 100,000 per year. I mean, medical schools can be expensive and all that, but yeah, don't do that. It's hard to get accepted into a private university rather than a public one. In my experience, getting accepted into a private university is much easier than a public one. It depends, though, on the private institution. Yeah, like getting accepted into Harvard or Caltech, that's harder because those are very prestigious schools, Ivy League. You can look at any college and it'll tell you what their acceptance rate is. But public schools, it's usually they have a little bit more competition for people trying to get in. So because of that, the acceptance rate, especially in certain states, like here in California, the acceptance rates for public universities can be kind of low just because there's so many students competing. And that's for the big ones, obviously, UCLA, UCSD. If you wanted to go to, like, Cal State, Dominguez Hills, you're probably going to get in. So, yeah, it depends on the private school, it depends on the public school. They all should have an acceptance rate, though, that's very easy to find online. Like, my public school did not have a very hard acceptance rate, which is great. Is 32 gigabyte memory the sweet spot nowadays, or can you get away with 16 gigs, man? You can still get away with 16 gigs. I'm still rocking 16 gigs at home. There are certain games that want you to have more. If you're playing Escape from Tarkov, it's not going to cut it. Apparently even 32 won't cut it for that.
Wow.
I know, right?
Seems almost like a problem.
But, yeah, it's the developer's fault. Don't worry. But, yeah, 32 is kind of becoming the new 16. But you can definitely survive off of 16. Don't get me wrong. Colleges scam kids go to trade school. Most times they have intern programs right out of them. True, but trade schools also do cost money, is the unfortunate thing.
But you be making money in those jobs.
True, but you also have to do a little soul searching and be like, okay,
Do I want to be a plumber?
am I gonna be in the heat? Yeah, like, and the cold and stuff like that. Construction has so many good jobs right now, but that's a hard job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're built for it, yeah, great career. But you got noodle arms. You
Don't
gotta
worry,
make
they'll
yourself
find a use for
important.
you.
Yeah, you gotta make yourself important on a computer somehow. It's more competitive, but it should be no harder. Make sure your high school CC grades, attendance records are good. What shows you guys watching right now? I don't know. What are you watching? What are you watching, Juan?
I'm not really watching anything.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What are you
I
watching?
did start watching Agatha all along, which is wild because I haven't really watched Marvel TV series in a long time. Like, I didn't watch the most recent thing of Loki. I just wanted to watch something with witches because it's about to be spooky season. Or according to Home Depot, spooky season is over.
No, it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch is always there.
That's true.
The old one. Dude,
Rip
you know she's
noodle
like
arms.
a religious nun now?
Is she?
Yeah. You know the movie God's Not Dead?
Oh, yeah, I know she was in that. But she was also watching, like, she did like she reacts to the new Sabrina series.
Oh,
And
yeah?
she was like, oh, yeah, this is, like, pretty dark and all that. But, like, you know, she had a good sense of humor about it, so I think she's chill.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't think... What's your opinion on the Samsung 4TB M.2 Gen 4 with heatsink?
Never used it.
Yeah, I was like, it depends. There's a couple different Samsung ones there, but if it's a Gen 4 4TB, I was like, it's probably pretty good. Samsung does some good stuff. But yeah, if it's got a heatsink on it, it's also just good for its longevity.
Yo, thank you for the bits, Stocky Jack.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for the sub.
The old Sabrina show was more of a comedy. This new one is a drama / horror. True. Yeah, the old one was like comedy, just good. What is it? Junk food, like sitcom.
I'm not gonna lie, The Office is on rewatch for the 20th time. Dude, you want to hear something crazy? This one has never seen The Office, Friends, or Seinfeld. The 3 tomes of her people and a single one.
I've seen some episodes of Friends. Like I could name most of them.
Okay,
One of them is called Chandler, I guess. But yeah, I've never watched The Office. I watched one episode on a plane once, and I was like, huh.
Huh. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Not missing out on anything. Good to know. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got. But you know what? Okay, here's the thing, though. I did watch all of How I Met Your Mother, and that was not... Like, it was great while it was going on, and then it, like, by the end, it was like, oh man, I wish I could just unsee that.
Damn, really?
Rip it from my brain. How I Met Your Mother was the best sitcom, in my opinion, until, like, season 4. Just subscribe. Y'all just cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're on here building PCs and we're talking answer tech questions, but when there's a dead moment, well, we're just gonna fill the sound with whatever's on our mind.
Modern Family? Modern Family's a good one.
I never watched that one either.
SMH.
I know.
New Girl?
No.
Oh my god.
Me watching Friends. That's funny. The only good part of The Office was Kevin dumping the chili. That's it. And you know what? I've seen the meme, so I already got that covered. My community college acceptance rate is 100%, but the public university acceptance rate is 92. One of the private universities' acceptance rate is 78, and the other private one is 22. Yeah, there you go. I'm telling you, Googs. The Google will tell you everything. Damn, you guys she's missing out on The Office. Am I, though? Watching Grey's Anatomy. That is another one I never watched. Although, I did date someone who was really obsessed with that show. And so it was like, oh, you gotta watch at least the first episode. And I was like, when does this get good? It's not my jam. Like, hospital and doctor stuff isn't my jam because like, Hayden, I'm proud of you for being like, I want to work in healthcare. That's a great career option. Scares the crap out of me, though. Like, oh man, people around and bodily fluids? No thank you. No thank you. I also didn't watch House. But my family did. I've also, okay, actually, this is a bad one. I've never seen Breaking Bad. And at this point, I just am kind of doing it out of spite. Like... When enough people tell you, oh my gosh, you have to watch that, you're just like, okay, well now, I won't. Medical shows are so boring. Yeah, I just, Like, cop shows, I at least, you're like, yeah, that's, like, I watched Castle until they were like, your dad is a spy, and I was like, okay. Click.
Penguin's good on Max? I've heard it's good. Why are you making a noise like you're gonna... You're not gonna watch it.
I'm noting it.
Okay.
Hey, who has cable? Okay. I know it's on Max, but yeah. I also have Max.
Okay. You just wanted to flex that you have cable.
I got the basic package that let me pick 15 channels. Anything I have to watch gets placed at the bottom of the watch list. Yeah. It's like same thing for what was it? Game of Thrones. People were like, "Oh, you would love Game of Thrones," and I'm sure I would, but I never watched it.
Yeah.
And then enough people telling me that made me be like, "No," and then it paid off because apparently the ending ruined everything.
I ain't never watching that.
Love that. I'm broke. What's the best specs I could get for $400? If your budget is $400, you're gonna be looking at the used market, unfortunately. But, and like, listen to me, heed my advice. Used, like, more modern components are a better option than new, old components. You know what I say? So, like, beware of anything that's in the $400 range. If it advertises an i7, make sure you look and know exactly what that i7 is going to be. Google it. Google when that chip came out. There's a lot of PCs on Amazon that sell in like the $400, $500 range, and what they're selling you is like 2nd gen and 4th gen Intel chips hiding behind the i7. And an i7 from 12 years ago is absolute shite, like by our standards. So yeah, I would say keep trying to bundle up the money. See if you got like a buddy who's got a PC that they've just upgraded. They might have like, you know, a spare power supply or something that they could like, you know, throw at you for the effort. But yeah, thanks. You're very welcome.
Do you think shows and movies will ever be able to use ugly actors again, or that?
Dude,
Well,
for a
has
while,
sailed.
that was like a thing, and I was pretty excited for it because like when I think about it, like a good example of that was like Orange Is the New Black. Where I was like, oh, we just have, like, people. And, like, obviously, you also have, you know, Hot Donna and whatever, but, like... I can't remember her name. Laura Prepon.
Laura, yeah. Donna.
Hot Donna. But, you know, you had, like, a lot of actresses, especially, who were just kind of, like, I don't know, look like regular people, who, like, weren't wearing makeup, but they were always wearing makeup. That's just acting. And that was kind of a cool idea of like, oh, you know, let's get to kind of a little bit more of like a realistic, a raw, like, you know, look at least in this case, this like example of like a prison where, yeah, everyone's gonna be looking beautiful. But yeah, no, I think that ship sailed.
Damn.
Like for a brief moment, they're like, what if we like really tried to get to like the raw and the grit of everything? But I think you'll still every once in a while have your movies like Monster or whatever, where they're just like, what if we just had Charlize Theron, become really ugly. And it's like, and then, you know, we'll give her an Oscar for it. Because, yay, the body transformation. I'm not even lying, she won an Oscar for that movie, and it was like, just because they were like, damn, that's her? Like,
what? What is this movie?
It's an old movie, I'm sorry.
No, what is it about?
It's about this, basically this serial killer who, she was like a hooker, and she started killing Johns, basically.
Johns?
Yeah, well, a John is someone who, you know, pays for the...
Oh!
So,
I
yeah.
thought, like, everyone's whose first name?
No, she started killing every John.
She started killing her customers.
Yes, and this was like a real case that happened, and there was a movie that they made about it, yeah.
I wonder why there's less women serial killers.
I don't know. But that movie didn't answer that question, because I was like, well, for that one, she really needed money. So that's why she started killing.
That metric is based on serial killers that have been caught, right? Mm-hmm. What if there's more women serial killers? They're just better at...
Have you ever heard the theory that Jack the Ripper might have actually been a woman? And that's why they never caught him? Because they were looking for a dude. Yeah.
Ooh.
Like...
What do you know the details of the theory?
No, I think the theory is just that.
It might have been a woman.
What if it was a woman? And that's why they never found him.
Damn, Jack is a woman. I'm glad
that's my favorite Ariana Grande song. What's your preference, mechanical keyboard or non-mechanical keyboard? Mechanical. All day. I love the clicky clack. Nice Mobo, thank you. Yeah, this is a real nice one. Just very lovely. Happy Wednesday! Happy Wednesday!
Happy Wednesday!
We're halfway through the week. It'll be the weekend, the hot weekend where I can't go outside because it's hot, man.
But killing off your clients will lead to less money, yes?
Yeah, but I guess she wasn't getting that much money from them, so she would, like, kill them and then, at least in the movie, like, you know, take their wallet and their car for a while, and yeah.
Why is it called Monster?
She was a monster.
But, like...
I don't know, because, like, it's also somewhat sympathetic because, there were circumstances behind the, like, murders, too, where it's like, oh, what was it, self-defense? And then, like... But, like, if it was, how come there were so many? Like, yeah, and it's, like, a whole thing, so...
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And, like, she maintained that story, like, the real woman, you know, into the point until she was executed on death row.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was this, like, in the 60s or something?
In the 80s?
Oh, in the 80s?
Yeah. 90s, maybe?
Oh, damn. So it was, like, when cell phones were a thing, too.
Mm. I mean, maybe, yeah. Okay, so dumb question, but what is a scholarship for? Couple different things. Sometimes you have to like write essays for them, but sometimes if you just apply to a university, they'll be like, hey, we really want you. Here's some scholarship money because you have good grades, or you do thing, or you do sport and we need you for sport.
Yeah, we need you to make us money.
Mm-hmm.
You still working on yours too?
My what?
I see.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm down
I
to
keep
like the
slipping. It
phones.
doesn't go down.
No, it don't. It don't. Not sure about America, but in the UK, you get one regarding household income, and it's not high enough to pay for the uni college credit. That is true. There's also scholarships that are need-based. Happy Wednesday. What time is it for you guys? LOL. 3:41. Heck yeah. So you prefer Intel? I go back and forth. I've primarily worked with the Intels. It's usually my partner in R&D who does AMD stuff. So he's a little bit more familiar with the AMD, and I'm a little bit more familiar with the Intels. Because of that, I tend to prefer the Intels. But as of late, I really do think AMD is a good option. Intel, though, king for productivity. And the, like, you know, controversy about the i9s and all that, largely overblown. As long as your motherboard isn't overvolting it and you've got adequate cooling on it, not really anything to be concerned about.
You know the song Banana Phone?
Yeah.
It's in my head.
Hey. I'm looking to purchase a high-end PC in November, but I don't trust myself ordering it because it's like $5K. Is there resources on the website for that kind of support? As far as like picking out the right parts and all that, honestly, our live chat would be a great help with that. Or customer service in general, if you want to get in touch with them. Just be like, hey, I'm going through the custom builder. I'm trying to make the best PC possible. What do you recommend? Because they can be a really good tool for that. And they're not going to push you towards anything that you don't need. Wait, you guys got shakes? No, they're smoothies.
Oh yeah, they're smoothies.
I hope. It's like, unless I just had a whole shake. Doesn't matter, my A1C is good.
For now.
Blood test.
At the time of the test. You didn't tell them you're gonna have Jamba Juice the next day.
They should have known. Like, the test results are in and my sugar's fine. Okay. Game on. And it's October. Halloween candy. Yeah.
Oh, true. You need another test after October.
Yes. You have to pay it back. Some are like, some scholarships are like, here, the money is just yours. And then there's some things like financial aid that you do have to pay back. But there are a lot of scholarships that are just here money. There's also things like the Pell Grant.
What's that?
You get it if your grades are a certain something. No, wait, maybe it's not grades. Maybe the Pell Grant is need-based. I can't remember. It's been a long time.
What if you're broke with bad grades?
I don't know.
Plumbing school it is.
Oh, but I need all the expensive stuff. I mean, you can tell them that too. You can also join on Discord. We have some very knowledgeable volunteers, and I hang out there too. That's a good option too. Where's mine? Hey man, Juan bought them, so I'm not gonna like volunteer, smoothies on one's card. How do you spell it? I will look it up. Pell. P-E-L-L. It's funny watching a movie like Mission Impossible with old computers, tech like 400. Oh my gosh. No, you know what was wild? I watched Hackers recently.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that movie made me just be like, ow. Ow, the technology. And the way that, like, they really were like, okay, how do we make things that happen on a computer visually interesting for people watching a movie? Let's just make a really stupid looking GUI for this. Oh, man.
You should have watched Mr. Robot.
Why?
Because it's good.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have Angelina Jolie top-down shot, but it is a good movie. Or, it is a good show. I would just up your Lexapro prescription. I haven't finished it myself because I know the last season is really sad.
Mm-hmm.
But I will one day.
Mm.
It's like, okay, well, I don't know how gimmicky, if you think that's gimmicky, but the director of the show had all the actors type in the actual commands that they would, to make it look,
to make it look authentic.
convincing.
So that if you actually knew about it, you wouldn't be like, eh.
Yeah, no, they use real tools in there.
Cool.
They talk about like Kali Linux and shit. Dude breaks into a prison using a Bluetooth keyboard.
That's pretty sick.
It's a good show.
Yeah. Have you watched movie The Net with Sandra Bullock? I have not. Is it like an older one or a newer one?
It sounds old.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock?
That's true. Sandra Bullock hasn't really been molested. The other, like, not anachronistic, I guess, but yeah, maybe, thing about movies is, like, any movie in the future where they're, like, again, they're on these old PCs, but they're also just, like, smoking, like, all in the same room.
Alien?
Alien is like that, where it's like, dude, they're on, like, a ship, too. Like, just being like, yeah, everyone's smoking in the future. It's like an airplane in here.
I love that cassette futurism.
Very old.
It's like an airplane in here?
Yeah.
Before all these damn airline regulations.
What's the difference between a scholarship and a grant? I think... Yeah, that's a good question. I think a scholarship is for something that you, like, do or have achieved, and a grant is for something that, like, you have been deemed to need. Was the PC you're building now worth? That's a great question. I actually don't have the prices of them. Since they're, like, ordered through the custom builder, we just get the parts list.
Yeah.
But this would definitely be very high-end. Very high-end build, so... Up at the tippity top. The tippity top, my gosh.
Did you know, in Alien 3, there's actually 2 different life forms that the alien starts from? So if you watch 2 different versions of the movie, it's actually, it could be...
Either?
Yeah, it could be either. Like, in one version, it comes out of a dog, right? I'm sure you've seen that one.
No.
No? You've never seen Alien 3?
No. I
What?
never made it that far.
What? You've only seen 1 and 2?
I've only seen 1.
You've never seen 2?
No.
Dog. 2's better than 1. 1's good as hell, but 2's even better. That's crazy. I thought you were an Alien fan.
No.
I don't know why. I don't know why I assumed this.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the original, and that's it. And actually, the original I only watched very recently.
What the hell?
Which is kind of surprising, because I was raised on classic sci-fi.
Yeah, no, I
watched The Thing when I was, like, maybe 12.
Oh my god, that would traumatize me.
Yeah, that one was... Honestly, a lot of it went over my head. because I was 12, but yeah.
Damn, I had no idea. You gotta watch Aliens, bro.
Hey, Skytech crew. Hello! How's it going, Headhunter? But yeah. No, my, like, OG... I did watch Predator when I was, like, 10. It was on TV. My dad taped it. Yes, this is really taking us back. And then would, like, fast forward it during parts that were inappropriate. He was like, but it was on TV, so it was already kind of...
What? That's like half the movie.
Yeah, I don't know. But I watched Predator when I was young, basically, because my dad thought it was really cool.
Alright.
I was also raised on Planet of the Apes, like the OG. All 5 of those movies. Yeah, have you seen Battle for the Planet of the Apes?
I have not.
I think not, yeah.
Alright.
What about Beneath the Planet of the Apes? You need to have at least made it that far. No.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's the second one, it's not that great.
Oh.
The
Is it
third
called
one is the
Beneath?
best. Yeah. The third one is the apes get into the spaceship and end up going back to old Earth, and it's the 70s, so they're on like a talk show. They become famous.
Wow.
No, yeah, that was a good one.
Damn, I don't know what to think about you now that I know you haven't seen that.
I know, right? I'm a total stranger, what?
Yeah. You're a fraud. No, I'm kidding.
All this time I was in the Predator camp and you never knew.
It's an interesting choice over Alien. Technically, they're in the same universe.
It is kind of weird that my dad showed me that one and not Alien. Especially because, like, he was always showing me and my sister, so it's like, hey, daughters.
Hey, yeah, I know.
Female protagonist.
What the fuck? He really dropped the ball on that one, I gotta say.
So do you think hard disks are still relevant? I think so. I mean, if you want really cheap, big storage, hard disk drives are still solid. I think, though, their best application is if you just want to dump, like, a bunch of, like, video files, MP3s, photos in the RAW onto a place. Hard disk drives are, like, perfect. If you're a photographer, yeah, get a big 8 terabyte hard disk drive for, like, $70. Throw that in there. Do a RAID array so it has parity in case it fails. Like, hell yeah. But that's the main thing I think they work for.
Have you seen the Terminator movies?
No, I've seen one of them much further past the first, so I had no idea what was going on. But, like, you know, someone brought me to the movies for that. I've also only seen John Wick 4. Yeah, it'd be like that. My dad used to go and see, like, new sci-fi that was coming out when we were, like, too young. And then he would, like, when he picked us up for the weekend, he would tell us about it. And that's how I learned about, like, a lot of, like, sci-fi things. He'd be like, so I watched this movie. And I have, like, these very fond memories of my dad explaining sci-fi movies to me that I
What
watched.
movies?
AI, artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Which I still have never seen. And
You don't
my
need to.
fiance was like, yeah, you don't need to. It's not good. Other stuff that's coming out around that time. Also, all of Blade Runner, for some reason.
Nice. Damn, that was a long explanation, probably.
Yeah. I know Intel 1314 gens having stability issues, but why do people still buy them if the instability is a chance of happening, and how exactly does that work? Yeah, basically, Intel's already kind of put a fix in. The motherboards, a lot of them were overvolting the chips, like running them at like a 1.35 or 1.4 volt, when like typically you want like 1.22 is like chef's kiss. And they were just doing that at motherboard defaults. So if you weren't tweaking them in any way, they're just going to run really hot for no reason. You got a lot of power out of them, but they were also drawing a lot of wattage. It's just not healthy for the CPU. Now, if you coupled that with not putting adequate cooling on it, yeah, you're going to run into stability issues because that chip is wrecking itself over that amount of time. So all of the motherboard companies have already done their fix to make sure that Intel limits are actually being enforced. Before, they were basically always boosting the chip instead of setting it to like a stock and then allowing someone to have the option of overclocking it. They just came overclocked, basically. So while there's been like a lot of hubbub about that, we actually have not seen like a high RMA rate of 13th and 14th Gen i9s and i7s. We actually have a higher RMA rate of the AMDs than we do of that one. So we're not really seeing that on our end. I'm not saying it isn't happening, and like I'm sure we've had like a couple of them come back, but there's a couple of different things that we do here at Skytech that I think are one of the reasons why we haven't really seen the issue, and that's when we got the 13900K specifically, and it was really, really hot because it was being overvolted. We were like, okay, 420mm AIOs on this thing until we had chips. Not until we had chips. Until the motherboards got tuned in enough, like enough BIOS updates, to run at a lower voltage, which also just made them run cooler, which meant that we could put a 360 on them again. But you had some pretty irresponsible companies out there putting 240s on these chips that were pulling nearly 400 watts and running at a 1.45 V-core. It's insane. That's just going to kill your CPU over time. The other thing we do is we have these oh my gosh, what are they called? Contact frame bracket things that basically make it so that the chip makes better contact with the cooler, keeping it cooler. I don't know which of those is necessarily the thing that's been our saving grace, but in addition to that, I also screen the majority of motherboards that we sell, so I wasn't approving motherboards that were out of the box overvolting these chips, not at least since the very beginning when we had no other options. So, yeah, it's a thing that's happening, but for the most part, I don't think it's really anything to worry about as long as you have adequate cooling, as long as you enforce Intel limits now, and as long as you just make sure that your motherboard isn't going to run your chip higher than like a 1.25 volt. Let me say? Yeah, new case for my 360mm cooler. Yeah, something's going to be able to fit that. I have a theory that bigger hard disks, like above 1 terabyte, tends to fail faster than hard disks smaller than 1 terabyte. I'd probably agree with that, yeah. Especially if you get higher RPM. I mean, the faster the RPM is, the quicker it's just going to wear itself out. But yeah, that's why, like, especially today, especially if you're using it just as, like, mega storage to just throw old stuff onto, RAID to array it. You got to get that parity. So that if it does fail and you can't, catch it quick enough, it's backed up onto one of the other hard disk drives. If it has more disk platters, I can see the potentially being true, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I mean, again, that's just kind of my 2 cents on it, my observations, but I've been working with the Intel chips since before 13th gen came out. I got those way ahead of time, and yeah, I've been following this, like, overvolting issue since then. And Intel's been saying that it's the motherboard company, like the motherboard manufacturers, and the motherboard manufacturers have been throwing the blame back on Intel, but I actually do agree with Intel that it was the motherboard manufacturers', like, fault. But, I mean, again, that's just my 2 cents from what I've observed. I now own a gaming PC. I had been toying with building my own after building lots for others, but I came across an eBay listing for a brand new, still in box pre-built, with a Core i7 12700F, 16GB of DDR5 RAM, an RTX 4060 Ti 8GB, and a 1TB NVMe SSD for $580. I'm on it now and I love it. Oh, heck yeah.
Cool.
Dang, that's a really good deal.
Yeah.
That's a solid machine right there. Very nice. AI is a good movie. Okay. Because, like, some people have been like, oh, pass, it's not good. And some people have been like, yeah, it's good. I would still like to see it, because I remember my dad telling me the story of that one, and I was like, wow. Better than ChatGPT, that's for sure. That's funny. Yeah. My dad would also do the same thing with scary movies, though. Because, like, you know, you want to see a scary movie, but you're a kid and you know you're going to get freaked out. So he would tell me, like, the plot of The Exorcist, or, like, The Omen, you know? Like, yeah. He was a cool dad. He would take us to the spaghetti factory and then tell us about a movie he saw.
Would you consider the spaghetti factory a fast food or like a?
I consider it like it's weird because like it by design it's like cheaper than Olive Garden, but it's better than Olive Garden in my opinion.
Better than Olive Garden.
Yeah, just because like they give you the whole meal. Like you get the entree, you get the salad with the creamy pesto dressing, which is very good. You get the bread, and then you get a little spumoni afterwards. Like, yeah, I love that.
Spumoni. What's spumoni again?
It's the, like, It's like pecan flavored, cherry flavored, and chocolate flavored ice cream swirled.
Spumoni.
Yeah, it's good. It's good shit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm also just nostalgic for it because we used to go to it all the time when I was a kid. Because, like, it was an easy thing for, you know, the family to meet up for, and probably wasn't that expensive.
You ever been to the Cheesecake Factory?
I have not.
I've been wanting to try it as well. I've heard it's economic.
We love that, yeah. Dude, actually, for my fiance's birthday, Applebee's sent a gift card being like, 1 free entree.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, I guess we're going to Applebee's for your birthday, yeah.
When was her birthday?
It's coming up.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they send it in time, luckily. I'm like, yo.
What the heck?
So yeah, I'm gonna have to check out that Applebee's. And it was good too. It was like free entree up to $22, and I was like, dang.
Dang.
$22 entree. Let me open this menu now. Let me plan my adventure. Like, you know what you do for Disneyland, but it's like we go to Applebee's.
What the heck?
No, it's like your connection is not private. Because you know my location info? There we go. Oh, ironic though, because right now it's buy one entree, get one half off.
Yo!
So you know, I know, I'm like, oh shoot, now I gotta get a third person to go just for the savings. Let's look at this menu. Irresistible. Steak and ribs. Okay, now we're talking. Yeah, get a sirloin. Ooh, riblets. Shrimp and Parmesan sirloin. Yeah, fancy.
Ooh.
Okay, I need to know what an irresistible. Oh, this is like their healthy thing. Get out of here. I passed my blood test. No,
Oh my god. Because that's the last one you ever need to pass. You just locked in. Your blood's gonna stay that chemistry forever.
They just got some burgers. Chicken tendy.
Of course.
Fiesta lime chicken.
Whoa.
Bourbon Street chicken with shrimp. Oh, dang it, go forward. Pasta. Shrimp pasta. Some macaroni with a chicken tender on top. Okay, I'm seeing why they needed to send out a coupon to get us to go. Ooh, fish and chips actually might. Sandwiches and more. Ooh. Sweet and spicy crispy chicken. Okay. I mean, I'll find something, I'm sure. Look how they've rebranded the 2 for $20 as 2 for 2X. Like, it'll have a 2 in front of it, I'll tell you that.
It will.
Yeah.
It'll probably be a 9.
Okay, well, very weird. Have you ever encountered a leak/failure with that kind of CPU cooler you're installing? Yes. Usually, though, it's like, it comes that way, so it's usually like pretty apparent if it's got a leak. Otherwise, it only ever leaks if you were like messing with it in some kind of way. It needs to get like punctured. One time we did use the wrong screws and we punctured through the radiator, and that leaked. But that was very apparent when it happened, and we knew what we did.
Here or on the line?
On the line. We the company. Yeah, that happened once. It was just like, dang. I did upgrade the RAM because it only came with a single stick, and I'm probably going to redo the fans. But I don't think I could have built the same system cheaper. It's from a company called Yayin Gaming. That's all good, don't worry. If you see this webpage is not secure message, this particular website does not support HTTPS or only regular HTTP. Yeah, but it was something weird because it was the Applebee's one. But yeah. But yeah, no, that sounds like a sick deal. And was the single stick of RAM 16 gigs? Because, like, yeah, that ain't bad at all. Because then you just get that same stick somewhere else. Bam, 32. The fans it has are those RGB fans, which are controlled by remote. Probably gonna switch those out with non-RGB quality fans that connect directly to the motherboard, like they should. Yeah, yeah. But with the money you saved, you definitely got like you got the wiggle room for that. That's nice. Man, I have to Google. I'm like, was I crazy about that Jack the Ripper is a woman thing? I need to know. I need to know.
Are you reading the AI overview?
The AI, yes.
Oh my god.
Well, because actually sometimes it does have, because like, you know, it has the link, and I'm like,
I
okay.
just skip past. Yeah, I just
But
clicked the link.
I'm going to go to history.com.
Thank you. No, I make it a point to skip past it so Google knows they made a shitty product.
Dude, AI is, it was so funny. Like, Kyle sent a picture of a bird, and I was like, oh, I thought it was this bird, and he thought it was another kind of bird. So I put it in the AI, and I was like, what is this bird? And it was like, it's a parakeet. It was not a parakeet.
I figured.
It didn't look anything like a parakeet. And I was just like, wow, this thing's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Okay.
So what was the answer?
I mean, nobody knows. Favorite GPU manufacturer for personal use, I guess. Honestly, I mean, I'm very partial to ASUS. I'm always going to be. But other than that, I actually really like PNY. I think their GPUs are just, I don't know, I like their designs. They work well. I just think they're good.
The Zodiac Killer, though? Definitely Ted Cruz.
Oh, it was so... did I ever tell you that when I was a kid, there was, like, something about the Zodiac Killer, like, on TV, like a little document, like, looking back kind of thing, and I was, like, sucked in. I was like, what? And I really thought that I was going to be the one to solve this crime.
Oh my god.
I was, like, fascinated by it, and I was like, the clue's gotta be here somewhere, like, only I have the brain to figure this out. Yeah.
Did you, like, try to print out his little, like, coded language sheet or something?
No.
Try to, like, decipher the letters?
I see you don't use ESD wristband or other ESD protection.
Nope.
No. And I was like, it basically isn't an issue with newer technology.
Tell them where you built your first PC.
I built my first PC on my rug.
Right.
Because I didn't know any better, but it was totally fine.
Still works to this day.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm sure it's...
That PC's name?
Albert
Clark.
Einstein.
What?
Okay. I like how you said what? Like Albert Einstein was any wilder than Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, be reasonable with your delusion.
Okay, fine.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It was more important for hardware that's, a little bit older, especially if you're working with legacy gear. It doesn't have the same kinds of protections against that. It wasn't as hardy. Current hardware, much more resistant to that. Where's the fans on rad?
Right here.
In the front. So basically the rad's put in there, and then we put the fans on the other side of that. Did you see where those people bought the mushroom book off Amazon that told them some dangerous mushrooms were okay to eat and found out it was entirely typed up by AI? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not the kind of AI book anyone should be selling. Like, here's what you can eat.
I don't think anyone should be selling or publishing anything.
Yeah, I agree with that also, but, like, specifically, like, how bold do you have to be?
Stuff that you put in your body.
Plus 10 points if you also don't test it on the motherboard box first, lol. Also seems kind of pointless to me. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, there was at one point where we were testing basically CPU, cooler,
Yeah, that was
motherboard together.
Though.
Yeah. And it was basically just fast because, yeah, if you had a motherboard or RAM or something that was bad or DOA out of box, it's really easy to fix it there before it gets into the chassis. But, yeah. Only time we ever really test the motherboard before we put it in now, or the CPU before we put it in now, is if we're working on, like, a special project. It's a one-off. And we want to make sure before we do all the crazy, configurations and all that, that it just base runs well. Yeah. And even that is just to save us the headache of if it doesn't. Not having to rip the whole thing apart. Mm-hmm. What CPU would you recommend with the 4070 Ti 12GB for high FPS 1080p gaming? Honestly, I would say a solid 8-core. Check out, like, the 7700 or the 7700X. Like, yeah, I wouldn't think you really have to go much higher than that. If you want to go a bit higher, though, I mean, 13600K, 14600K is another what I like to call Goldilocks chip. Fantastic.
You think Brittany Griner is having a good day?
I hope.
Yeah. She's gone through a lot.
Well, and if you're ever in the comment sections of things like that, people
Oh
are
my
mean
god,
there.
I would never.
Mm.
Hell no.
Yeah, if you want to lose faith in humanity, follow WNBA teams on social media and check the comments. It's horrible.
Ugh. No, I mean, well, yeah, no, I can probably imagine what it's like. In the car videos, it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it'll be fine. It's traumatic language around these parts.
What?
And then everyone clapped, and Obama my hand.
And a crisp $100 bill or
Oh, just eat that parakeet. Yeah, I can't.
just eat the bear.
The co-pilot being like, it's a parakeet. It was an eastern kingbird, like, not a parakeet at all. Different beak, different coloration, not a parrot. What's for dinner? Oh my gosh, I really gotta figure that out.
I didn't even say that. What are you talking about?
What's for dinner?
I don't know. Whatever my mom makes.
Oh damn it, I'm the mom. Oh no.
Yeah, what are you gonna make me?
I'm not gonna make you anything. You don't live with me.
Y'all hear this? She doesn't feed me. She hates me. I go to dinner every night. Well, I go to bed without dinner every night.
I mean, if you want to come all the way to my house, feel free, but I don't think it's going to be worth the drive. I told you last night I made tuna casserole and forgot the tuna.
You made blank casserole.
Oh man. Is it okay to combine a Radeon GPU with an Intel CPU? Absolutely.
No, they blow up if they detect foes in there.
No, it's totally fine to do. There isn't actually even really any like advantage to using same with same. One will break steaks, yeah.
Oh, we'll bring steaks? Break steaks?
Oh, I do have burgers. I can make burgers. I don't have any cheese right now, I don't think. What do I have at home? I'll figure it out.
You know what you do have?
Oh, I'm gonna make circle dinner. That's what I'm
nice.
gonna do, yeah.
I was gonna say you do have a phone with access to the Wingstop app.
I do, but that's usually my Friday night plan. So that if it hurts my tummy, I'm at home on Saturday. I'm driving to work when I'm like, oh god.
Why not? It makes life adventurous.
No. I only use IBM CPU with 3 D.F.X CPU.
Alright, dog.
Purist, yeah. If I go to Kelsey's house, I expect wine, cheese, and access to Uber Eats. Well, you definitely won't get the Uber Eats because I'm a cheap ass, but I am a very good host.
Yeah.
You will not go hungry.
Definitely not. You might have to dig a hole or two, but that's
Yeah,
besides
yeah.
the point.
Yeah, I might need you to help me plant some blueberries.
And it's not a race thing. She had all the white boys digging too.
And I didn't even ask. They just were like, alright, where's the pickaxe?
Yeah, you know, men yearn for the mine.
They do, they do. Oh, dinner for you tonight, if I could see more than like 2 cables from the front of the... Do it again, better. Do you know about augers? I know about them, but I didn't have them.
Oh my god, yes, this conversation has happened before.
Yeah. Luckily, I have lost all my energy of trying to DIY my yard and have given up.
Oh no.
So, yeah. No, it's a good thing I'm getting someone to come in and at least do my borders so I can get my grass down.
My
All I care
border?
about, like, the borders for my gardens and such.
Okay.
So that I can put the grass down. I just want grass.
Uh-huh. And what's on the other side?
Like, plants.
Are they like plants that you don't like as much, or why are they on the other
No,
side?
it's actually to protect them from the grass.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm gonna plant Bermuda, and that thing's like a weed.
Ah.
Yeah, and I don't want to have to be mowing all the way up against the wall and against my blueberry bushes.
She's redlining her own backyard.
The pick of Vanskoy with it lives rent-free in my head. Yeah. If one went to my house, I expect a keg or fajita meat.
Oh hell yeah! Hey, that sounds good to me. Wait, who said that? Not everybody. I don't know if I can relax around some of y'all, but most of you are pretty cool.
This is a killer build for real.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Top of the line.
Oh, one? Alright, yeah, you're cool, bro. You're cool. If I'm ever in Texas, which is not impossible, I'll definitely hit you up.
I'm looking to build my own PC, and I'm stuck between the Ryzen 5 7600X or the i5 14600KF. Any thoughts? This is a PC for gaming. Well, the 14600KF is the better chip, in my opinion. But you can't go wrong with the 7600X. Both are going to be totally capable for gaming. But yeah, I think the 14600KF is the better chip between those two.
Oh, no, I didn't. No, you're cool, Horn. I can trust you for sure. But you know, some of these folks be leaving some freaky ass comments, and it makes me wonder of my safety. But you're good. You're good. You're one of the good ones. No, I'm kidding.
Juan gets asked about his mustache way too many times for comfort.
Nah, that's all good. I don't mind.
Have you ever
I
encountered
chose this life.
GPU sagging? Yes. It's very prevalent on the much higher end, bigger cards. Luckily, there's a lot of things that they've kind of like employed. Some of them have like sag brackets that you can attach to the motherboard. But if you don't have that one, there's also ones that you can get that like you can just magnet to the bottom of the, you know, like right here or something, and then they telescope up and you just do boop. You can also use a pop figure, Legos, really anything.
Dude, what's
Anything to
with
prop it up.
these? What's with these OEMs putting the freaking 80 and 90 shroud on like 4070 Ti's?
I don't know, man.
Dude, calm. Does it need that much? It does. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, more cooling is good, but at the same time, it's like, you might be overdoing it.
Chelsea would fit in. She could talk to the West Texas part of the family. Oh, I've been to the hill country many a time.
The hill country?
Actually, only once, but yes.
Is that like a
That's where M's from.
pejorative way of saying that?
No. It's a location in
Oh, okay.
near San Antonio,
The hill
in between
country.
like San Antonio and Austin. It's the hill country. Yeah, my girl comes from Kerrville.
Kerrville.
Yeah. Or Fredericksburg, that area. But yeah. You might give him a heart attack. They need to make 1 million units of the cooler. It doesn't sell on the 4080, 4090, so they put it on the 4070 Ti. Probably, yeah.
I guess. I mean, it's good for the chip. It'll get really overkill cooling, but damn.
So you prefer memory brand is Kingston? We work with Kingston a lot, yeah. Mainly it's because when DDR5 was first coming out, Kingston was one of the first brands that we had that was reliably stable. And because of that, they've just been a staple ever since.
Bro, you know that Kingston fucking DIMMs have like IR in them to like sync up the RGB animations. If you like stick cardboard or something in between, they'll unsync themselves. Yeah, it's kind of nifty.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know if you've ever like worked with like a 4-stack of Trident Z's, and then they're like good, but then like you reboot it one too many times, and then like a random one's just
Look weird, yeah.
yeah, and then in the software it's like no, they're all matching.
Yeah. Fredericksburg's nice, yeah. Although I hear it got really expensive recently.
Dang, gentrification.
That was a nice area, I guess. But yeah, the brief time I was in that part of Texas, it was really hot, and we were outside, and then suddenly one cloud rolled in, and suddenly there was lightning, then it got really cold, then it hailed, and, then the sky opened up, and the ocean fell on us, and I was driving, based on the taillights of the person in front of me, basically. I was following, family or whatever, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Then we got to the location, and it began to hail.
Oh my god.
And I was just like, what?
Oh my god.
What the weather?
What the weather?
You live like this?
Dude, I don't know if I could live in a spot with like constantly hailing.
Well,
just,
flash
like-
flooding's very,
Oh, that too.
typical there, and that I was always like, how does one get, how is flooding a real danger? And I'm like, I understand now.
Yeah, flooding too, but like hailing is like, damn, dude. Like just think
Ruining
about all the
cars,
cars in
yeah.
the area, like so many dents.
Yeah, when I lived in Missouri, I used to see a lot of cars that had the dents on it, and
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
like, ooh.
And that can't be cheap to fix.
Did Death Valley get hail in January? It did, yeah. Yeah, Death Valley was doing some cool stuff this year. I'm actually mad I wasn't out there. Yeah, they got that, like, little lake that showed up.
lake?
Yeah.
They got a little lake.
Yeah, a little lake showed up.
That's cute. They got little sailing boats with a little lake.
Yeah.
Is it toxic? Is that?
I mean, I wouldn't drink it.
I mean, no, but
It's probably gonna
Yeah.
turn to, like, the Salton Sea did, but...
there. That's the one I was thinking of.
Entirely,
That's
yeah.
like you're not supposed to swim in it or
Yeah.
whatever. All right, folks. This build is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Beautiful. Yes. Very nice. I love this case.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Staple.
Very much so. Alright, this PC is done. It's going to go and get Windows put on it, all the drivers it needs out of the box. It's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, you're good to go. We are also going to stress test this, make sure these components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So, watch out for it, Santo, or Shanto. And thank you for ordering with us.
Thank you.
Very lovely PC. Just gorgeous.
Hey, right on time.
Alright, folks. Thank you so much for joining us today on the build stream. We'll be back on Friday with more builds to stream. It was lovely seeing you all again. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna cook tonight. I'm cooking circle dinner, that's what I'm doing. Alright. But yeah, y'all have a great rest of your Wednesday. Have a good rest of your week. For me, please make it to Friday as best you can. And yeah, have a good night, y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.